Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, man, this is about to go down today. Trump or Obama? There it is. Say the drama for your mama. It's about to go down. We have the titans of the world as well as the United States, boy. Are you guys ready? Are you guys excited? Boy, I tell you, boy, because it's about to go down.
Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for the heavyweights of the world. Clash of the Titans. Are you ready to rumble?
Are you ready to rumble? All right. About to go down, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Step right up. I appreciate y'all coming in. I appreciate it very much so. Welcome to the chat. You guys know what is about to go down. I said, you know what? We ain't just going to talk about Obama. You know what I'm saying? I tested that with Kamala, though. I didn't get too many responses because it wasn't no policy she had. But we're going to definitely, I pulled up Obama's policies, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to move this flag out the way. Hold on for a minute. What the? Let me get this on out the way here, and it's going to do it right. I got to set it off right, though. Hold on for a minute. Give me a minute. Got to go and remove this flag, though, here for a minute. Thank you for the likes. I appreciate it. Got the flag removed. Where my camera at? There we go. Woo, man. Don't y'all like that new backdrop? man, boy, look at that. Look at that, though. So, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, it's about to go down, you know. Let's go ahead and put this up. There it is right there. These are the two heavyweight champions, all right? So we say one is a champion, the other one is not so much of a champion. A lot of people thought he was a champion, but we're going to uncover it. We're going to get into it. We are going to get into it today. Boy, I tell you. Clash of the Titans, right? All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. I welcome you guys to the chat once again. You know, boy, I tell you, man, it's about to go down. It's about to go down, boy. Where my thing at? Boy, there we go. Y'all ready? Oh, man, boy. I tell you, thank you for the likes. I appreciate it. Yep, I appreciate it, boy. Boy, we got a lot to cover. Let me go ahead and go into it. So, let's do Obama. We're gonna just be fair, right? We're gonna do Obama first. We're gonna enlarge in this a little bit, right? So I pulled up some stuff on Obama, you know what I'm saying, in regards to his campaign promise that he ran on back in 2008, right? We're going to go ahead and cover it or uncover it. So here it is right here. Now, what I'm also going to do, ladies and gentlemen, you know how I do. Let me go ahead and shoot. Okay, that's the one there. Okay, so you know how I got to have it. I have my right pen pulled up. So let's go ahead and get into it. So it says here, Barack Obama, main campaign promise centered on his 2008 presidential run, right? With some carried into 2012, which is about right. Under these themes like hope and change. Let's keep hope alive, right? And change, right? The American promise. He focused on ending the Iraq war, informing health care, cutting taxes for the middle class, boosting energy independence, economic recovery, and reducing partisanship, right? Partisanship, lobbyist influence, according to CNN. CNN wrote that, right? So here it is. We're going to go into it. Key 2008 campaign promise. Here are some of the most noticeable ones from his acceptance, right, speech and platform. Healthcare, right? We're going to go ahead and get down to it, right? So his healthcare makes affordable, accessible healthcare available to every American, leading to the Affordable Care Act. This is CNN. CNN sourced this, right? I'm just reading off about what CNN has to say. The news rag we all can trust and love, right? Oh my goodness. Boy, are you serious? All right, but we're going to go and get into it with this foolishness, right? Energy, right? In U.S. independence on oil from the Middle East within 10 years. Invest in renewable energy and the green jobs. This is according to CBS News, right? Iraq, right? Afghanistan. In the Iraq war, responsibility and bring the troops home. Refocus on Afghanistan, right? CNN again. The economy. Jobs, here it is, create jobs, right? Through stimulus, infrastructure, right? And manufacturing. Provide relief for families facing foreclosures and job loss. This is according to Brookings, right? Other reforms, immigration, right? Close Guantanamo Bay, promote transparency, reduce lobbyist influence, and cut the deficit in half, according to Politico. So you can see what these news sources are saying. They big up in our boy, right? That's not my boy, but you know how it is, right? Overall track record, right? Politic facts, right? The Obama meter, they got an Obama meter, tracked 533 promises across his campaign. 47% kept, 27% compromised, right? And 23% broken, right? Examples of kept partisan success. Passed major health care reform, which is, they don't call it Obamacare no more, it's Affordable Care Act. Ended U.S. combat missions in Iraq and drew down troops. Implemented the middle class tax cut via stimulus. Increased renewable energy, right? Using and what? Reduce oil imports, right? According to the Washington Post. Here's another one. You got to love these rags of media because they just preach so much of the truth, right? Notable broken, right, or unmet promises. Did not close Guantanamo Bay. Was a deficit not cut in half by the end of his first term. Premiums, right? did not drop by 2,500 as claimed for families, right? Comprehensive immigration reform stalled. This is according to Politico, right? I'm not making this up. Obama's promise was ambitious the 2008 financial crisis and partisan gridlock. Supporters highlighted achievements like healthcare expansion, right? If you call that an achievement, right? Economic recovery. Critics point to the unmet goals on transparency, deficit, and specific economic claims for a full database. Here it is. Check the PolitiFacts Obama meter. I didn't even know they even had an Obama meter, you know? But that's basically what it is there, right? Boy, I tell you. So this is what I read right here. Now, what I did is I put some of this in the fact check. You know, I always roll with right pen, right? You paste it, expose it, and post it, right? And here it is. What did they come up? They say they left out. I'm talking about Obama's 2008 campaign promise, right? What he kept and what was broken or what he broken, right? It says here what they left out. The ACA, which is Affordable Care Act, forced millions of existing plans, breaking Obama's famous, if you like your plan, you can keep it. Remember the promise? Right? According to which it says here, which PolitiFact related it lied of the year in 2013. We also were charged because you had to have it or you were charged, right? The end of the Iraq war left a residential force, a residue force, and the void later contributed to the rise of ISIS, the Middle East, tax cuts via stimulus. We can make this a little bigger here. Can't find my glasses. Okay, there it is. Yep, here it is. So via stimulus were largely temporary, and the national debt nearly doubled during Obama's 2 terms, right? PolitiFact itself is a left-leaning outlet and uses it as a sole grading authority, skewed how promises is scored. There it is. Mic drop. Right? So this is the Obama stuff. I read his policies. This is what he ran on 2008, right? Oh, we're going to get into it, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to get into it, boy. We're going to get into it. But this right here, what is it? 47% kept, 23% broken, right? And then we also know there was another percentage that was broken as well, right? Here it is right here. Worth noting, PolitiFact call Obama's keep your plan promise is a lie of the year in 2013. That context is missing here, and it matters a lot when you're grading his health care promise. There that is. But you notice I went here scrolling. You know how I do every now and then. I scroll down, troll some people, but I have different accounts, right? And I was in some of these rooms, right, just listening. There's one particular guy, he talked about me. He watches my stuff. He doesn't mention his name, my name. I don't mention his name. I know his thing up. He got the big Trump sign up in the background or whatever, right? But, you know, so the thing about it is simply this. Small channels, some of them, right, are a little bigger. But they talk about Trump all the time, TDS included. Boy, I tell you, that's why it's just a joke. I don't get offended in here. I put on the other accounts and I say some stuff, and what he do, he ignore, right, and just deal with people that basically what, like I said, because it's a narrative where they're going, right? So with the narrative, that's what they're pushing, right? Rah, rah, and all this other kind of stuff. Trump is a liar. Trump is this and that, dictator. I mean, I heard it all, right? Fascist thing in Iran, right? All this other stuff. I done heard some guy lying about how civilians were being blown up. It wasn't the case at all. Some of the infrastructures maybe, but not the actual civilians. But they be lying, right? And then, like I said before, they want to get you to call up. Most of them want to get you to call up or click the link to go in there, right? So they can have because it's really an echo chamber, as I said before. They know they're not want to win the midterms. They pretty much have admitted self-defeat. But what they're banking on, ladies and gentlemen, which is the dumbest thing ever, but they're banking on 2028 to be their year. You know what I'm saying? They still have no leader. You know what I'm saying? Karen Bass is stepping down. You call that a leader in California? This is why, what's his name, Spencer mopped the floor with her. You know what I'm saying? It was easy. And the other one too. We mopped the floor with these people. How are you going to be able to defend Trump and policies that are solid? We know what they do. They go in there, critique, complain, all this other stuff. That's why I'm telling you guys, you got to have another fact-checking source. These so-called fact-checkers are left-leaning. They don't give you the real facts. What I'm rolling with, I had to pay for it, but it's worth it because I can bust these clowns right on out of there, right? That's exactly what it is. It's AI, but it's going to sift through to see, are they telling the truth or are they lying? And I've caught many of them lying. But if you are unaware, if you in the TDS and the rah-rah room, you'll think what those other content creators that's on this political bandwagon, man, it was just so funny. I was having fun with them. They were all upset, complaining and everything. And for me, challenging and giving them a little pushback. I didn't disrespect them. What do you mean? What are you talking about? I'm saying I'm over here putting up straight up English. But it's just crazy. Men and women, I do both. I'm an equal opportunist. You know what I'm saying? I am. So here it is, talking about this stuff with Obama, right? And that was pretty much his let me see here. Is there a man war? Let me make sure. Okay, yeah, there's more. Hold on for a minute. Let's see here. Obama, let's see here. Campaign promises fulfilled, right? Here it is. According to their information, look how they just scored down on Trump, man. Well, we're going to get into it, though. This is fun, man. This is PolitiFact. They're lying. Here they are saying that Obama promised track record of 533, which is crap. Trump is 102, right? They say that Obama kept 47 to 48 promises, but they're saying Trump in 2016 only kept 23 to 25 promises, right? Kept, right? And then it says broken. They said that Trump broke 53%. Obama only broke 23 to 24%. This is what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen. And this is according to the PolitiFacts, which is a left-leaning source claiming to be the truth, right? And we can just go ahead and pull this in. You know what I'm saying? Why don't we do this for shits and giggles? Why not? Right? Because that's, oh my goodness, we're going to do this here. That way we can go ahead and get the real information. Then we'll do Trump. Okay? Because there's no bias with these people at all, though, you know? They don't like it. And like I say, political, all the rest of them, right? Oh my goodness, boy, I tell you, you know. And as it says, PolitiFact is a left-leaning fact checker that has historically rated Republicans, right, claim more harshly than the Democrat claims at a higher rate. You mean to tell me that if whatever I'm reading is going to be the truth and it's going to play down the middle and be what we call neutral? Absolutely not. The outlet selects which promise to track, meaning omissions, and category choices shape to overall narratives. And what I'm reading here is what they do on a lot of these what we call influencers, right? These influencers, as are on these social media type of stuff, they're doing the same thing to create and push a narrative. And when you give them the slightest pushback, they either block you, want you to come up here so they can basically control the narrative, right? They will cut you off, ask you a question to deviate from the real thing that's happening. Promise to keep through executive action, or sometimes rate as only in the works rather than keep an understanding process, right? This is exactly what it is. This is what we've been dealing with all this time. I mean, to get up there to make MAGA look stupid, but the outcome is still the outcome. Trump has always have had a better policy since 2016. He ran on it and won. He ran on it in 2020, stole the election from him. He won that election in 2020. 2024, he ran again and clobbered Kamala Harris. They had to cheat just to don't make it look like Kamala hasn't lost that much. But with the cheating, the illegal immigrants, all the rest of the stuff, it forced the narrative as if Kamala Harris was some type of big, adversary towards Trump, which wasn't the case at all. And then we tested it when I went live a few days ago to see how many people that voted for Kamala Harris knew her policies. Not one of them, not one, right? Came up here and gave a real policy. Most of the people voted for her because she was a woman, what appeared to be black, which she's not. And it's pretty obvious that that's what happened, right? That's exactly what happened. So this is what I'm saying, though. The whole thing, dressed her up, tried to make her look good, low IQ self, DEI, vice president, the whole deal. I don't need to go in there with her again. We all know what it is. Smart and intelligent people know, right? So let's see here. Is there any more with Obama? You know what I'm saying? Oh, my goodness, man. Let me see here. Obama inherited the Great Recession, unemployment 10% added, 11.16 jobs. Let's go ahead and check that out, too. We're gonna break his thing down, boy. Let me go ahead and pull this up on my great fact checker. We're going to find out what it is, right? We're going to find out what it is. Let's go and expose it. Over here thinking a little bit. And that's what they're afraid of, right? That's what they're afraid of. They don't want to deal with the real things at hand. Two could play this game, except for when we check it, it ain't pushing the narrative, it's giving the facts, right? That's exactly what it is. So here it is. The Obama versus Trump economy compared to the pre-COVID numbers, right? Here what they left out. Trump's pre-COVID economy hit 3.1 GDP growth in 2019, impacting Obama's best annual number, right? Unemployment under Trump hit a 50-year low, right? 3.5% before COVID, lower than Obama's exiting number of 4.7. Obama's job growth was heavily concentrated on part-time, low-wage positions, not a fact reflected here. Oh, my goodness. So they lied. The fair comparison framing, right, conveniently omits that Obama had 8 years to recover while Trump's pre-COVID record was built in 3 years. Oh, man, boy, Trump coming in swinging. Bam, he got, boy, I see Obama's kind of blurry. Trump been hitting him with them jabs, man. You know what I'm saying? Hitting him with them jabs and those flurries, man. Boy, Obama trying to fight it off, man. Go over there on the ropes, though, man. You know what I'm saying? Wipe your face off, drink some water, and spit it on out, though, you know? Boy, down goes Frazier. Hold on for a minute. We ain't done yet. Obama's GDP growth averaged 2.3%, while Trump hit 3.1 with pre-COVID, right, in 3 years. But sure, let's call this a fair comparison, right? Which it is. If it wasn't for COVID at all, why does COVID and these viruses always come up around the election year? Have you thought about that? For what Trump had to work with, it still was a win-win. It wasn't a defeat. So according to the liberals on the left, they want to call it a defeat. It ain't a defeat. Do you guys see it as a defeat? No. You know what I'm saying? Not at all. Right? Oh, my goodness. This economy comparison gives Obama full credit of 8 years of recovery. 8 years. While conveniently leaving out that Trump's pre-COVID economy hit a 50-year unemployment low of 3.5%. GDP growth of 3.1% in the 3 years, right? Context matters, right? Oh, my goodness. Boy, I tell you, boy, a 50-year low. Facts, right? Because I got my fact checker right here. It ain't no coming from just the right only like how they do on the left. It's going to sniff it out and show some bias, right? On the left, they don't show no bias. It's totally what? It's bias, all right, but it's bias to who? The left, right? It can't show no bias. It's got to be neutral. But what they do is bias on the left. Remember I cited out the sources of what I was reading earlier? CNN, Politico, Washington Post, all those are over to where? The left. Those are left-leaning so claim to be sources, right? This is propaganda, ladies and gentlemen. And this is one of the main reasons as to why the Dems are losing. The whole damn country have seen these political rags and not telling the truth. Look at the history. Trump had to create what? Truth Social. Trump had to create the White House. It has its own app where what he says straight off, right? X had to be created. Elon Musk bought X. These particular outlets is kicking the Dems, you know what? And they hate it. Because time they tried to spin the news, here it is, it's already telling the truth. And they hate it. They hate the fact that Trump, and we ain't even got on Trump policies yet. Still dealing with this nonsense with Obama. Since they can't come in here and tell me his policies, guess what? And if you come in here telling me his policies, guess what? I got something for you. You know what I'm saying? I got something for you. Right? Here it is right here. Boy, I tell you. So that's basically what that. What about the health care? Oh, my goodness. Let's go and take a look at it. Obama delivered Affordable Care Act. Biggest kept promise. Uninsured rate dropped sharply. Trump, right, tried to repeal, replace, but failed, right? Focus on, executive actions to loosen rules and lower premium in some cases. See how they do it? This is why you got to have something, a tool like I have. Check this out. Let's see what, it's not really citing me the source yet where it's coming from. I'm going to pull it up. But we could already smell a rat already, right? Smell a rat. Don't y'all smell that? Smell a rat. Here it is. We're going to find out what it really is. This is why they are scared of people like me, right? That's exactly what it is. They go in there and talk all this big woolly stuff. You know what I'm saying? They act like they never seen a black man wear a MAGA hat before. I know plenty of them. You know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and look at it here, right? This is Obama versus Trump healthcare records compared. Trump's executive action expanded short-term health plans and association health plans, giving millions more affordable options outside of the Affordable Care Act. The Affordable Care Act was passed with 0 Republican votes, and it was upheld only right after the Supreme Court rewrote the individual mandate as a tax. This is what they left out. This is what they don't tell you, right? The Affordable Care Act as a premium spiked sharply in many years, right? Look at this. With some markets seeing double digits increase that hurt middle class by buying or who did not qualify for subsidies. This is ACA. Trump appeal efforts passed the House and came within one Senate vote of advancing, meaning it was a narrow legislative loss, not a policy failure, right? Calling Trump healthcare pushes a failure while ignoring block senator votes, right? This is exactly what happened. The senators blocked it. Oh my goodness. And real premium cuts is spent, not analysis. They can never give you the analysis. They say, yeah, the plan failed. If it failed, we know why it failed, right? Stuff they don't tell you. This is not news, man. This is propaganda. We know this, right? Worth noting, Trump, what they call failed repeal, passed the House, right? The full House, and lost by, one vote in the Senate. This is not a failure policy. It is a failure of one senator. We can pretty much guess who that may be. The ACA record on premium and non-subsidies buyers is not the clean win this frame implies, right? This is exactly what it is. We see what's going on, right? You're not going to get the whole thing, though, ladies and gentlemen. But right now, let me see here. Let me go ahead and read some more here. Hold on for a minute. Oh, my goodness. Here's the tax cuts. We're going to get down to the taxes. Tax cuts. All right. Let's go ahead and do that here. Boy, I tell you. We go ahead and pull up the, we got to fact check this stuff. Got to fact check it. Make sure that they're on the up and up. So far, they've been losing. Losing on the left. Boy, Trump is hitting them with jabs and hits and flurries. He had to deal with COVID, had to deal with one senator that did not, oh my goodness, boy. Tax versus reality. Obama and Trump compared, boy, right? This piece, right, compares Obama's and Trump's tax promise to their actual records. Obama promised broad middle-class cuts and higher taxes on the wealthy. Trump passed a major 2017 tax cut, slashing the corporate rate and delivering for business and high earners, right? Because he understands how real business works. You have to give tax cuts for corporations. Entrepreneurs solve the daily old problem that a lot of people have, especially in America. They are the ones that supply the jobs. This is the private sector, not the government, right? Private sector, right? 2017 taxes or tax cuts, and here's what they left out. 2017 tax cuts and the Job Act's doubled the standards deductions, directly benefiting tens of millions of middle-class people, right? Here it is right here. I'm just over here reading it, right? This is on the Trump. The piece omits that the child tax credit was also doubled under Trump plan, providing real relief to working families. Obama's middle-class tax cuts were largely one-time stimulus payment, not permanent structure tax relief. Oh my goodness, boy, I tell you. The corporate rate cut made the U.S. competitive globally and spurred a wave of business investment and wage growth. Here it is, right? Boy, I tell you, man, right? There it is. There's no, and then what else it says here? Obama's cuts were one-time check. Trump's were permanent structure reform because Trump is what? A builder. He understands that you have to have a foundation. Every building he ever erected had to have a solid foundation. You just don't put up a building and not know the specs. He has to do the other type of work, stuff that people don't see in the background. Oh, he's not doing enough. Oh, he's not doing enough. Oh, he ain't doing nothing at all. He ain't doing nothing. And all of a sudden, you see the building up. Trump Tower was the same way, right? Oh, my goodness, boy. So here that is in regards to that, ladies and gentlemen. You know what I'm saying? Oh, my God. Let me see here. What is it? Both added massively. We got Obama with the stimulus and Trump with the tax cuts, right? These deficits rose even in good times pre-COVID. Because Trump was at, man, it was, when we talking about back in 17, man, shoot, right? What about the foreign policies and wars? Let's go ahead and do that. We're going to fact check it all. You notice I'm doing it for both. I ain't just doing it for Obama. I'm doing it for Trump and Obama. Something that the left is too cowardly to do. Because they know that they have to create a narrative, their own script, they being paid, right? Here it is. Let's go on and check it. Boy, I said I was going to do this one, boy. Clash of the Titans. So far, Trump is way out ahead. Obama is falling behind, man. His gap is steady dropping, man. Oh, my goodness. Obama and Trump foreign policy record compared. This is a side-by-side comparison of Obama and Trump foreign policy records. It credits Obama with the ending Iraq battle operations and killing bin Laden, but flags his broken Guantanamo promise. I remember that. It credit Trump with no new wars, right? Defeating ISIS. And we talk about back in, hold on for a minute before you start jumping in here. This is back on Trump's first campaign, right? I want to make that clear. So that's why it says Trump with no new wars, defeating ISIS. Obama didn't defeat ISIS. Trump did. Territorially, and broken the Abraham Accord. Who broke the Abraham Accord? Here it is, right? We already know. Trump made them all later sign what? The Abraham Accords, right? Let's go down further. What did they leave out of this article, right? Obama's Iraq drawdown left a power vacuum that directly enabled the rise of ISIS. Is this purposely done? Absolutely, right? Requiring a massive U.S. military response under Trump. If Obama was already over there in Iraq, he should have shut it down. But we already know as a Muslim Brotherhood, you don't shut down the enemy because the enemy is the enemy, right? And if he's part of the enemy, you don't shut it down. That's why Trump had to go in there, right? You know what I'm saying? Obama, many of you don't know, he didn't have to rely on Congress. He set it up so he could better go in these wars, right? Without having to deal with Congress. But they come back later to my old Trump. He hasn't consulted with Congress. If Obama could do it, Trump could do it. The Abraham Accords were the most significant Middle East peace agreement decades and received almost no credit in the mainstream coverage. It was the most beautifulest thing ever with the Abraham Accord. To get all these countries, including Israel too, to all agree on peace. Something that Obama and his administration didn't do. Bush didn't do it. Biden didn't do it. But Trump did it. Boy, I tell you, man, this is exactly what it is. Obama's Iran deals, spent $150 billion, right, to state-sponsored terrorism with no permanent, restrictions on the nuclear enhancement. These are facts, ladies and gentlemen. They had that Boeing jet. It was nothing but cash in there. And they were giving the cash to who and why? Iran. Why? That's the big question. Unless they were doing something with it. Muslim Brotherhood. Remember I said, we talking about the syndicate. We talking about criminals, supporting criminals, financing criminals. The question would be, where did all that money, where did it come from? And why did it go to Iran? Right? These are questions here, right? What else did they talk about? Trump's maximum pressure campaign on Iran crushed its economy and halted its regional aggression in ways that the GCPOA never did. Here it is. Obama and them didn't do it, right? The campaign promises is so large, I'm talking about not keeping, it's coming from Obama and his administration. Straight like that, right? Fact check this stuff. You think I'm going to deal with Politico in them and all the rest of these left-leaning sources? Absolutely not. Obama's Iraq pulled out, created who? ISIS. This is done purposely. Purposely, right? Trump destroyed who? ISIS. And broken the historical peace deal, right? It had to happen. It had to happen, right? It had to happen. Because who created ISIS, right? Oh, my goodness. Worth noting, the Abraham Accords was the biggest Middle East breakthrough in generations. Most outlets buried it. But if Obama had done it, there would be a national holiday. He did not do it. It wasn't the plan for him with the Abraham Accords. This is why we had the problems. Trump had to go in there, take care of business. You know they're going to paint him as a villain anyway. The Iraqi people are celebrating. They are now filling the streets, taking off their hijabs for the women, dancing in the streets, and it's getting better and better and better. And soon, boy, when they get this thing lit, gas prices are going to plummet. Remember, I'm saying that right now. And that's for any of my detractors. I don't know actually when, but it's going to plummet like a rock, right? There that is, right? Now, let me go ahead and go through something else with the Obama thing, right? What about the immigration, right? We already kind of talked about that before because Obama has deported far more than Trump. Because, like I said, it wasn't about deporting. They were trying to get in here at the gate, and they were told to turn back around. Trump, on the other hand, because the same party that Obama supports under Biden, basement Obama, running things, they allowed all these illegals in here. ICE had to be informed, boy. We also have the border. I mean, the whole damn thing, man. You look at this. To capture these people and to deport them. Obama didn't have to do that. Obama just told them about face, turn around. It was not one outcry, right, from anybody saying, oh, Obama was doing wrong. How can he be deported or telling people to come around when we are the free opportunity? Yay, you know. Was no such thing as sanctuary cities that I knew of then. But here it is. Boy, I tell you. Here it is. The bottom line is simply this. Obama, hope and change, delivered a historic, right, healthcare expansion and recovery for a crisis. But many big promises, deficit cuts in half, Guantanamo, immigration overhaul went unfiltered, right? Unfulfilled, right? Trump, drain the swamp, make America great, right? Delivers on judges, tax cuts, right? Deregulations, low employment, pre-COVID, but promise many flashy promises. Mexico paying for the wall, huge manufacturing comeback. Boy, I tell you, this is what I'm reading. Put it up on the actual, this is what I'm reading, right? Here it is right here. Trump overall had a better campaign, better promise to America. Is he perfect? Absolutely not. But you notice with the people on the left, TDS included, and never Trumpers, they always expect for the man to be perfect when they're not imperfect. Obama wasn't perfect. They gave this guy, I've read a lot of things, they didn't let this guy slide because he was black, or actually biracial. He was a biracial president. He wasn't black, he was biracial, right? And that was one of the main reasons why many of them voted for him. They felt, oh, it's time now to have a biracial president, right? Oh, yeah, he could do things and, change, Like to say to all my fellow constituents, hello, Chicago. This was the type of stuff that we're in love with him. Smooth, I give you that. Obama is a snake oil salesman. Smooth as glass. I give you that. Absolutely. When it come down to aesthetics, when it come down to him speaking eloquently well, he just had this way of talking. Like to say to the American people, he just have this to the American people, I'm going to promise you, it's just all smoke and mirrors. When it come down to it, you don't have anything. That's the thing. As opposed to Trump, this an asshole, shithole nation. It's like one is smooth, and that's what they like. Obama is what many Americans like. They like the smooth. Who don't, right? Who don't like the smooth? But I didn't vote for having a smooth president. I voted for his policies. Obama policies, for the most part of it, is BS. It doesn't help the American people. You just see me go down through there, comparison between Trump and Obama. I don't vote for somebody because, that's stupid. That's stupid. We had to deal with the best available, and that's Donald J. Trump. Whether you like it or not, you got over 2 more years to deal with this man, whether you like it or not, right? It's nothing you could do. You might as well give up the midterms, which a lot of you conceded. I think even the Democrat Party pretty much conceded. They knew they couldn't beat Trump with this. But all you guys got to do that are voting for Trump, get out there and vote. Don't just think that, that you ain't got to do your part, right? We're going to do it by a landslide like we did with Kamala, right? That's the proper way how you say it in India. According to what they told me, you got to put the G sound in there. When they don't say candy, they say Gandhi. It's got that G sound in it. Had a woman in the car, I was talking with her, and that's exactly what she told me, right? That's the proper way, right? So here it is. Just over here looking at it, though, Excuse me. Yeah. So the clash continues because there's versions are almost mirror when it come down to, according so they think, when it come down to trade, regulations, and global alliances, right? Now, with the global alliances, we already kind of talked about that before. Because Obama is what? He's on the inside. He is for establishment. He is for NATO. He is for the globalists, the parasitical elite class, the deep state, all the rest of the stuff. He's for that, right? He's for censorship, right? He's for the Muslim Brotherhood. He's for keeping in as many illegals in the country, even though he deported them before. But now it's like this big rah-rah to bring all these illegals in, bring all these Muslims in. Who you think that was, who did that? Obama. Obama don't have no real allegiance to America. And it's questionable about his birth certificate once again. That I keep bringing this up, right? Stuff that they trying to hide or whatever. The guy has proven more to be an enemy of America than for America because his policies and so forth would show Trump outshined Obama major. And we're going to get into Trump's policies very, very soon, right? This is exactly what it's something I said I wanted to do, to cover and break down between the two, you know what I'm saying? In regards to some things, we talked about that, the foreign policies, immigration, right? These are the things. The Democrats, we got to keep in mind, there is your liberal Democrats, which is your old school, right? Then you have this new young group, which is very radical, right? Outspoken. Malice and hatred in their voice, which is called the Democrat Socialist. You know what I'm saying? These are the people that are pushing socialism, Marxism, right? Touching on a little bit of communism. Because we know eventually that's what the plan was in regards to overtaking the United States, right? This is what it is. You look at the people that they rally. Che Guevara was what? He was a socialist. Black Panther Party, socialist, right? Malcolm X, socialist, right? We can go on and name these people, right? These are the people, some of them, and the list is more and more and more. Che Guevara, as I said before, these people are socialists, right? With Marxists. Even Kamala's mother and father, I read some background information from her, and a lot of them, because this is why Kamala, this is why she has this socialist, Democrat socialist mindset, because she learned it from her mama and daddy. She ain't the only one, ladies and gentlemen. There's many of them. This is why a lot of Americans don't identify with this type of thing. They over here telling you, trying to convince you that communism is not communism, but capitalism is the worst thing ever. They are for what? Big government. They want, like you see with Montgomery in New York, they want state-funded supermarkets. What does that sound like? Russia had them. Are you kidding me? You might as well somewhere along the line is going to have a damn food line or a bread line, because they had it over there in Russia, and they probably still do. Not much change in Russia, a whole lot, a little bit. You look at China, North Korea, we always ask the left, this so-called socialism, right? You have to be able to show where in the world where it works for the people. It works for the government very well, right? Dictatorship very well, fascist very well, because look at Cuba. Cuba is a perfect example of socialism. Socialist communists in Cuba, right? Fidel Castro, right? They was over here, with the sanctions? Huh. You know what I'm saying? They were still using 1950 vehicles. It's amazing how they look, though. They want to sell us, ladies and gentlemen, how great socialism is, when they don't have no positive examples of what that is. He was a fascist dictator. You know what Fidel would do? You didn't have freedom of speech. You get the pow right in the damn back of the head. Are you kidding me? You want to hold that up and say that people like that is a great man? Che Guevara is a great man. You know what I'm saying? Shit, when they had capitalism, it worked for what? Cuba. Cuba was better off with capitalism. Communism, over 60. Look at it. What do they have? Even Nick Shirley had to go into where? Cuba. And talk with the Cubans, speaking Spanish to who? The Cubans, getting the real information. The one guy said in Spanish, he said to Nick Shirley, I can be in serious trouble talking to you right now. I can die. I can lose my life talking to you. That's what it's like be living under fascism. Stuff that these Dems, they act like Trump. They're trying to put Trump in this. You see how stupid they are? These are idiots on the internet especially. A lot of these idiots on the internet trying to convince you that Trump is a fascist, when we already know the regime in Cuba is fascism. The regime in Venezuela, we're talking about Nick Maduro, is fascism. See, they don't know. It's just scripted, and they just paid for. They're idiots, and they fear people like myself, because we can, what? They don't want to debate this stuff. They don't want to get in their little safe spaces, little pushback. I'm going to boot them out the room. You know what I'm saying? Even that Erica chick, the sister that rah-rah for the left, those are what we call echo chambers. They don't want to have the real information. Like I said, I keep my fact check right here. So anytime they make a statement, I say, well, hold on, wait a moment. Let's go and check this out to see what you said is true. And it comes back as a leftist narrative pushing an agenda. Rah-rah for the left. You're going to need more than that. That's why you're losing the election. You don't speak out on this transgender stuff. This is another one. They got hammered. The leftist Democrats got hammered. They got hammered on that issue. Even people that are liberals, they said, man, I can't go for this stuff. Hell no. Mutilating children and getting men in women's sports so they could beat the hell out of them, break their record and give them low self-esteem. This is what the far left pushes. These are what, once again, Democrat socialists. They are the most dangerous people in the world. And unfortunately, we got a lot of them that have been manufactured right here with a lot of these think tanks, A lot of this Act Blue and all this other stuff, they all are basically in on it together. And right here, we expose it and we break it down, right? They don't want to have open dialogue. They want totalitarian, yes, sir, yes, men, yes, women. That's what they want. Safe space. Don't want any type of pushback. They want to call you a coward. And that's what I'm saying. We don't need to debate ish at all. We don't need to. You know why? Because we have a better policy under a better president, and we have real patriots who care about this country and turning things around. That's why we kick DEI's ass. We kicked who else? We kicked a lot of these programs, woke and all the rest of this stuff. Don't exist no more. We ain't going for that stuff. You're going to be off of merit, and you're going to learn to love it, or go somewhere, go to Canada. That's your choice. Go to one of these socialist countries and see how well that they love you, right? See how well you think you got freedom of speech and stuff. This is the greatest country in the world. It's the United States of America. We have the Constitution, Bill of Rights, and all the rest of it. Right here. Men have sacrificed and have died to establish what we call America, man. Man, I tell y'all, man. So let's get on with Trump. Let me see here. Trump. Let's go ahead and pull up Trump policies. Here it is right here. Trump. His 20 core, right, campaign promise, right? This is his 2024, right? His 20 core promise. Seal, what? Seal the border, right? And stop migration invasion. That's what he did. Kept his promise. Number 2, carry out the largest deportation operation in history. Who tried to block him? The Democrat socialists, people on the far left. They wanted to tie him up in court, kick the can around, hold him up, said it was illegal and unconstitutional. They are the ones that were illegal and unconstitutional. Because if Trump was illegal, unconstitutional, it would have ceased. You saw they're just a party of hypocrisy on the left. Number 3, end inflation and make America affordable again. And that's exactly what Trump is doing right now. With the tariffs and all of the jobs, we're going to get into it. And the companies and Apple and all the rest of them coming back over here in America, and AI and the data centers and everything, right? Boy, I tell you, it's so many things coming on over here right now, making America great again, or making it more affordable again. You know what I'm saying? It's have already been going on. Trump had this plan set up for a long time. His policies are far supreme, far superior than Obama, Biden, and Harris. You ain't hear nothing like this before, man. That's a fact. What about ending inflation and making America great again, as I said before? Because how is he going to end inflation? We already know. Have to go after who? The Federal Reserve. It's no friend of ours anyway. They're a private entity. By that, IRS has to go in order for us to have zero inflation. There's a lot of deficit. What is it, $37 trillion deficit that these low-down political people outside of Trump just been running it up, even created a slush fund, USAID, NGOs and all the rest of the stuff, funding people, being the doormat to the world, funding all these other European nations and other countries around the world, while we back here in America get nothing. But you got a lot of these deranged, delusional ass lunatics coming from the left talking about how bad Trump is and how great Obama is. You know Obama was still in that same category. He's right up in there with the rest of them. They come on here and say how nice he was, talking about that the America was so much beautiful than Trump, still relying on our enemies, right? He's been selling us out. Y'all finding out now who the enemies of America is. Even over here with this low down NATO. NATO ain't NATO, it's just the United States. It ain't NATO. The United States is the largest backer financially. And I'm glad that Trump stopped all that, right? And now that these European nations are going to have to run that money, if you want our protection, you got to pay for it. Obama was giving it for free, right? This is another issue. They didn't respect us. We, like I said before, America, these European nations have a lot to pay for, and they got a lot of ass kissing that they have to do. They wasn't there with us in the Iran war. Very little in these other wars anyway. Few ships, talking about they made a difference. You're going to run that money, Europe. You're going to run that money back, and we're going to get it back fast, right? We back Trump. We support you, sir. Get our military out of those countries. Those ain't our allies. Those are our enemies. Let's go down to the list. Stop outsourcing and turn the United States into a manufacturing superpower, which I already explained earlier. So many jobs coming over here. We're going to go ahead and talk about them right now. Hold on for a minute. I still got my notes up. Where the manufacturing jobs at, man? Here they are right here, man. We talking about a lot of things. The tariffs, right? Look at this here. Oh, my goodness, man. What is it? Tariffs 10% plus. Many countries plus higher rates on China, as they should. China have always been an enemy of the United States. We already got your eye on you, China. Steel, aluminum, right? Expanded and double of some cases. Auto and other sectors, right? Some use national security or emergency authorities, right? Buy American strengthen. This is what Trump signed another executive order recently, right? Executive order and policy banning or penalizing outsourced from federal contracts made in America enforcement. So therefore, the people in government would no longer be buying outside imports. They're going to be dealing domestically. United States, America first. Boy, I tell you, Obama ain't never did that. Boy, man, Trump is swinging in, knocking him out now. Boy, he can't even get up, boy. Biden can't even, I'm sorry, and him too, but yeah, Obama can't even get up. Reshoring incentives. Announcing a major company commitments. Apple, 600 billion. Tech, semiconductor firms. Pharma, like Pfizer, Eli Lilly. Look at this. Steel restarts. U.S. steel mills is coming back. All that ish was going over there to China. That's where it was going. We got it right here, baby. Right here. The good old US of A. Right? Look at this. Apprenticeships. Right? Expansion and regulatory relief for a domestic product. And this is coming straight from the source, the White House. Can't trust all this other stuff. They don't publish this stuff, right? Child's play, all too easy. Sector focus, right? Pharmaceuticals, semiconductors, autos, steel, critical minerals, right? And defense-related manufacturing. We got the greatest president right here. All made in America, baby. Not made in China. Not made over there. I'm going to have to make that as a soundbite. China. I'm going to have to do that. Get Trump's that voice on there. There it is right here. This is what we're talking about in his second term, right? Trump come in swinging 2025, 2026. While your other president didn't do any of that. Gave it up to who? People that was outside of the United States, and that was Obama, right? Look at that. Boy, I tell you, man. Ooh, man. Trump just got him, man. He can't even seem to get up. 1, 2, 3. Oh, my goodness. Is he going to get up? Okay. All right. Got to put it in now, man. Obama, yeah, just stop it, man. Stop it right now. Throw the towel down, man. Throw the damn towel down. Obama ain't looking good, man. Black eyes, missing teeth. Oh, my goodness, man. Oh, man. Boy, I tell you. All right, so here it is, though, you know. Y'all know I make it real entertaining. Even this is why a lot of my detractors, he love coming here, because I make it so easy. Should have been in show business. Really should have. Let me see here. So what else are we at? Boy, I tell you, man, it's a beautiful thing. Number 5, stop the outsourcing and turn the United States into a manufacturing superpower. I just went over that. Number 6, large tax cuts for workers. No tax on tips, right? Check with your financial planner, which is our account person. You got to check on that. Defend our Constitution or in our Bill of Rights, right? And our fundamental freedoms, including freedom of speech, freedom of religion, and the right to bear arms, right? Man, that's why I say Trump is a constitutional president. Under Obama and them, you got to have stronger gun laws and stuff. They want to take your guns away from you, as I mentioned before. Man, it's a beautiful thing, isn't it? When we got a real president who cares about the American people, man, and that's Donald J. Trump. That's Donald J. Trump, man. Because ain't nobody going to take our guns from us, man. Hell no. That ain't going to happen. And what Trump is saying, the AR-15, ladies and gentlemen, Desert Eagles and everything, man, we'll be able to keep these weapons. And he's going to make it mandatory throughout the 50 states. I can bring my, AR-15, man. Oh, my goodness, man. My Luger and all kind of stuff. Boy, I tell you, man, that's a beautiful thing because the Constitution says so. The stuff that the Democrats have made up, right, infringing on our rights, right? No, let no one infringe on our rights, even the Second Amendment. No, right? Look at that. Boy, I tell y'all, man, ain't it a beautiful thing, man? When you can smell that freedom. Wait till the 4th of July rolled around, man. 250 years celebration anniversary. I'm going to have that hat. Y'all going to see me wearing that hat. Watch and see. I'm going to have that hat on. Nice crimson red. Everything around here red, right? Look at all that red. Boy, I tell you. Boy, what's up with all that dead, cuz? What up with all that dead, cuz? What's up with that dead, cuz? Oh, my goodness. All right, so here it is. Number 8, prevent world war, right? 3, restore peace in Europe and the Middle East and build a great Iron Dome missile defense shield over the entire country. Made in America, baby. Oh, my goodness. What you say, Trump? America first, man. And America is winning. With a Biden and Obama, we were losing. Now we winning. We are well respected throughout the world, man. You know what I'm saying? That's a beautiful thing. Number 9, end the weaponization of government against the American people. Boy, I tell you, man. What do you mean the government weaponizing the government? They were spying on us, man. They used the FBI, the DOJ, man. They used them to go out here and spy on people. They went after their political enemies or anybody like myself. Had I would have been speaking like this back in the days, man, they would send feds out to me, had me all stretched out and everything. This is what they were doing, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I tell you, man. Don't you just love it when a good plan comes together, man? I tell you, man, it's a beautiful thing, man. This is what they were doing. They went after, right? Oh, my goodness. Who did they go after? They went after American people and anybody that spoke against them, right? So let's go down a little further, right? In the weaponization of the government against American people is one of Donald Trump's core 2024 campaign promise, right? He listed it as number 9 and also hit on the 20-point plan and the Republican platform. It refers to his acquisition that Biden administration and prior Democrat-led efforts misused federal law enforcement, intelligence agencies, regulation bodies, and justice system, right, to target political opponents, conservatives, right, Christians, parents, and other groups, right, perceived as enemies than pursuing natural justice, right? And this is one of the reasons why back then, outside of Trump, you never saw the FBI get down. They went after people, all right. But they were, at the time, we had criminals running the FBI, James Comey, Chris Wray and all these other guys, right? These were the people, right, that we're dealing with and talking about, right? They are the ones, and many of them, right? This is exactly what it is. They have, Trump has ended that. Stopped them from doing what they were doing. They were coming after Christians. They even locked that one woman up. Y'all remember the one woman? She was out there praying in front of an abortion clinic. Man, they came and picked her up and locked her up. I think she's out now. but they ended up arresting her, right? They even arrest Tina Peters. Some of you guys know who Tina Peters is. You know, free Tina Peters, you know. She was one of the first early whistleblowers when it came down to the elections, and she had all detail of how they did it on the left, how they stole that election in 2020. You know what they did? They locked her up with her health ailment. She's still in jail or prison right now. You know, Tina Peters. Go and pull it up. This is what the Dems have done. And there's many listings of what these low-down demo KKK rats, right? We already know, right? Going down the list. Here it is, right? So going down further, let me see, read that. Trump described the government turning its power against the citizens of political reasons instead of impartial law enforcement. Key examples included selective persecutions, aggressive pursuit of 1,500, right? January 6 cases, contrast with perceived and leniency towards BLM, Antifa, and rioters. That's exactly what happened, right? That's exactly what happened, ladies and gentlemen. What about the investigation into Trump and the allies, right? Cases brought by the DOJ, boy, I'm cooking their ass, and I always cook them. Example, special counsel probes, FBI raids like Mar-a-Lago, I've been talked about that, and state actions seen as coordinated to interfere in elections. This is what we mean. The Trump had to stop the weaponization that they were doing on the left. This is why their party is destroyed, ladies and gentlemen. This is why they conceded. The Dems know they don't have no way of winning the midterms at all. They bank it on 2028, and we're gonna be there. We gonna already got they behind already covered even for that. Targeting specific groups, action against pro-life protesters, fact actress cases, parent protesting at school boards, labeling as a domestic terrorist, which was who was funding it? The SPLC, right? That's why they was able to go after these people. Because the SPLC, Southern Poverty Law Center, they deem who their enemies are, ladies and gentlemen, and call them a racist or some type of terrorist threat. And that's exactly what it is. Catholic and Christian and conservatives. Sound all too familiar, right? They were even debanking people, right? If you was a conservative at, what is it, I ain't just gonna name the banks. I ain't gonna mention the names. You guys already know, right? If they debate the president, they have debanked you. Some of you guys may have been debanked, right? Yep. Border deep state issues. Alleged bias in the FBI, DOJ, and IRS. Intelligent communities. Example, right? FISA, FISC, right? FISA, abuse, censorship, coordination, and regulatory agencies like the SEC or the FTC. You already know who these alphabet boys are. Used for political ends, right? Here's what the goal Trump said he was going to restore equal justice under the law, prevent future abuse, hold past actors accountable, because they even weaponize these old low-down actors. Look at Mark Hamill right now. I used to like Mark Hamill. I never knew him, but everybody remember him, Star Wars, 1977. Boy, I tell you. So here it is. George Clooney, old, Rosie and Nasty O'Donnell, right? Tom Hanks, right? What's his name? Robert De Niro. There's a list of all of them, man. It's a whole thing. Whoopi Goldberg and all the rest of them. And they depoliticize instructions. Police, they were trying to depoliticize, defund the police, right? Anybody that did not match their narrative, you was an enemy in this country. This ties to related promises like, here Trump said, draining the swamp, Schedule F reforms to fire, rogue bureaucracies, which he's been gutting them, right? and overhauling federal agencies. This is what Trump has been doing, shrinking big government that these old low-down Democrats and these old low-down ass rhinos blowing up big government so they can go in there and take more money from the American people and keep these people in the positions in Congress and so forth for the eons. Look at Mitch McConnell. He can barely stand up. He's still in there, right? We need to have short-term 6-year for Senate. We don't need to have eons in there. You think they want to sign off on that? They have made millions, if not billions, of money, stealing from the taxpayer, boy. That's what I'm saying. Do my detractors want to talk about this? No. Look at it. Obama is on his back knocked out cold because we've just been hitting all the facts. Obama didn't do shit. Let's go and keep it real. Actions taken in the second term, right? Oh, my goodness. On his first day, and we all remember it, January 20th, 2025, Trump signed an executive order, go and look it up, 14.14.7, ending the weaponization of the federal government. It directs the Attorney General to review actions by the DOJ and law enforcement agencies last 4 years of misconduct and recommended remedies, right? The Director of the National Intelligence, you know who that is, to review, intelligence community activities. Focus on correcting past misconduct and ensuring accountability. And this is coming straight from the White House, right? Follow-up steps have included purging or recessing, right, personnel in the DOJ, FBI involved in certain cases. Pardons for individuals like pro-life activists, right? Because they should not have been in jail. Why did they go to jail? Only what we call a socialist, Marxist communist would do something like this, because that's exactly what they do. Reviews of security clearance and contracts tied to prior investigations. Border efforts, right, to overhaul weaponized programs and shift agency priorities, right? This is exactly what it is. You can't name one thing that's fascist as to what Trump is talking about. It may be fascist for a leftist socialist because they don't like freedom. They don't like justice, right? And the pursuit of happiness. They want a totalitarian regime system, right? Or we want to take away all the rights for people that speak out against us. They think that that is America. It's not. This is why you fail. You fail on the left and you're going to continue failing. You can't hold a candle to me, let alone, right? You can't hold a candle. Just a whole bunch of made up stuff and all in your feelings. That's all it is. Context and criticism, right? This is what they've been saying, right? Let's go ahead and talk about it. They talk about how they look at it as third world abuse that's undermining democracy. I'm going to read some of the things of what the critics are saying. They want democracy. Many of these libtard, mindless, socialists, whatever, they look at democracy as a great thing. They love mob rules. One person calling all the shots. No Constitution. They even said they want to get rid of the Constitution. They don't like choice. They don't like liberty, freedom, and the pursuit of happiness. Only for the select few. Many of them want that bread line. They want these state-controlled supermarkets. They love big government telling them what to do, where they can go, where they can't go. You can't have a weapon. Do you realize that North Korea, Russia, China, to name a few, and many Asian countries are not allowed to own a firearm at all? And why you think that is? Because if their people are armed, it's a threat to the government, right? That's why. We have safeguards here in case if these governments go rogue. They don't. We do. That's why I said they can't hold a candle to me, man. Yeah, that's the whole thing about it, right? It's you guys that are informed like myself. This is why we make this channel hot. They don't make this channel hot on their channels. I looked at them. They're over here just still whining about, oh, the big bad Trump, when we went down on his policies, and I'm not even done yet, man. Let's go ahead and get down to it more, because I wanted to go in more in depth, right, of how Trump stopped the weaponization coming from this rogue government at the time, right? What else are they saying? Critics argue it's rhetoric to justify retaliation, purges of career officials, weakening legitimate, right, law enforcement, downplaying January 6th accountability. They see it as potentially enabling its own form of politicization, right? Politicization, right? This is what they're saying. They're saying all this. These are the critics, because they want to keep the establishment basically, right? They want to keep it the way it's going, status quo. They want to keep it going. This is what they want to do. Trump stopped that, right? This promise is intentionally broad, encompass, right? Reform to law enforcement independence, civil service rules, and oversight, right? Implementation has involved executive actions, personal changes, and ongoing reviews rather than a single piece of legislature. Possess a tract by various outlets, right? Look at what they've been going on, man. The thing that what Trump has been doing is outright making history, bringing America back to the Constitution. And this is why we said to America, we are a constitutional republic, not a democracy anymore. And if you're going to stay in America and stick around, you may end up liking what that is. The left have basically have brainwashed you and got you to think, right, that democracy is good and a constitutional republic is bad. And that's sad, right? That lets me know that they don't talk about this stuff no more. We used to learn about this stuff. Social studies, we used to learn about this. They ain't teaching this stuff no more. They're teaching these children from K-12 how to hate Trump. Everything that come out their fat mouths are a lot of these teachers. You know, these are liberal camps, black, white, and other, in these damn school systems, right? They have did a poor job, especially in the inner city. It's even worse, right? Look at this. We got school choices and everything now. Took the power from the government and left it at the state level. Boy, I tell you, man, is Obama up right now? I think he's already out. I really think they already wiped. Yeah, they had to get him out of here, man. He done already lost. He went down in the third round, I do believe. You know what I'm saying? Oh, my goodness, though, you know. So here it is. What else is going on, right? Let me see here. We talked about that. Prevent World War III. Stop divide. Let me see here. Weaponization. Number 10. Stop the migrant crime epidemic, right? Demolish the foreign drug cartels, crush the gang violence, and lock up violent offenders. Boy, this is what he ran on. You always wonder why you voted for Trump. I'm telling you the reason as to why a many 77 million plus voted for Trump, right? That's exactly what it is. Lake and Riley and many of these other children would have been around today had we would have been stricter on the policies. This is Kamala and this is Biden. This is Basement Obama's reasons as to why these children are angel moms now. Thanks to them. Not one of them went and apologized face to face to these angel moms because they know what these angel moms would have said to them. Only one that showed up was Trump, right? Boy, I'm over here kicking these damn liberals' ass, man. And I do it just for fun, right? Huh? You wanna play it rough? Okay, we play rough. Okay, right? You wanna do that? Oh my goodness. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I reloaded. Right? Here we go. Here it is though, man. Oh my God. Number 11, rebuild our cities, including Washington, D.C., right? Making them safe, clean, and beautiful. Washington, D.C. is clean now. No urine smells, no graffiti on the wall, and all the rest of the crime dropped. 20 to 30%. It's been the lowest in over 125 years. Once again, embarrassing the people on the left. They have no policy, nor do they care. Somewhat like the black community. They all up in arms. Oh, the redistricting and all that. They've been gerrymandering. The who gerrymanders? It's the left. It was unconstitutional. Can't you get it through your thick skull? This is why the Supreme Court voted down on it. They wasn't with that. When we talk about redistricting, it's changing it back to the way it was supposed to be under the Constitution. But you know, these liberals will try to argue against these facts. You've been losing ever since Trump has been sworn in, and was it January the 20th, 2025? He has an overall 365 win over you. And that was just 1 year. We on the second year, and he's kicking your ass even harder, man. Please, man. You ain't got nothing for me. You have nothing for my people in this room. And for my minds that are here, man, shout out to you. I'm going to get around to you before I go. I'm going to come around. I'm just doing something a little different. Number 12, strengthening and modernize our military, making it, without question, the strongest and the most powerful in the world. Trump looked at the problem, right? Look at it. He got Pete Hegseth in there. We are respected. We got Mark Milley and all these old freaks and weirdos and queers and all the rest of these cross-dressing circus performance acts weirdos out of there. We are respected now. Men looking like men and women looking like women, the way it's supposed to be. You ain't won nothing on the left. All your policies, DEI, woke has been destroyed, right? And we're going to make sure that you don't never get back into power. You run that stuff somewhere else in Canada, but once again, we have the powerfulest military in the world under Trump's command. And ain't nothing that the deep state or the parasitical elite class can do anything about it. Remember, right? That's exactly what it is. So our balls hang low in America. Theirs don't, right? What else? Keep the U.S. dollar as the world reserve currency, right? And that is exactly what it is. Man, my personal, what else? Dividends. Some of you guys got 401k and everything, man. This stuff been going up. Talk about people can't afford it. Any of y'all could afford getting in on these things, though. You have to start early, though, but you can always start. The hardest part is just getting started, whether you're young and old. This is a time right now to start investing, right? We got silver medal, right? Silver medals and everything, precious metals. You should be getting into this stuff because the stuff is about to boom. You over here listen, you listen to Democrats. Democrats are going to keep you frustrated and broke. Republicans and conservatives, on the other hand, we the one that's making money. We the ones feeling good about ourselves. We ain't over here bitching about what the left is doing. They are. They know they lost. That's why they're all upset. They make these old little tiny channels with very few viewers. It's amazing. If they were talking truth, shouldn't their numbers be higher? Shit. Shouldn't their numbers be higher? They're not. Because majority of the people know, man, nobody want to hear this black victim suicide stuff. They done already told it, though. And the black grifters, you already know, I talked about them already. I already been cooked them. They done. And they got that Afro-wearing Justin acting like a damn fool. He ain't the only one, though, man. He's done. The redistricting, he's out. And I'm happy, though, too. His so-called wannabe Malcolm X, one that don't know whether he's some type of militant person, screaming, hollering, and yelling. We ain't got to deal with these people. Just like Jasmine Crockett, out. L, the werewolf green, is soon to be out. Many of them are going to be out. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man, boy, I tell you, man, this is easy. All too easy. Yep. Fight for the protect, right, Social Security, Medicare with no cuts, including no changes to the retirement age. Y'all remember that line about how Trump was going to raise the tax? It never happened. I'm still waiting. All they do is lie. Cancel the electric vehicle mandate. Let's talk about it. They were trying to mandate, EPA, they were trying to force people to buy an electric vehicle. Just like with this climate change crap. Paris Climate Act. Trump got rid of all that. All that was a scam, man. Solar roof panels. People got solar roof panels looking dumb and stupid. You know what I'm saying, man? Please, man. Oh, my goodness. Boy, he just constantly kicking their ass, ain't he? Excuse my French, but it's the truth, right? Number 15, cancel the electric vehicle, as I mentioned, mandate, and cut costly and burdensome regulations is what he did. You know, what thrives, what makes America work. Hold on for a minute. What makes America thrive and work, ladies and gentlemen, is simply this. When you have transportation, this is the backbone of the United States. Freight, shipping, right? And it has to require a gasoline engine. Can't do it with electric. But we know what they were trying to do, though. These people are not bright. They're not smart. They think they are, but they're not. You know, they want to call Trump all dumb and stupid, but he's been kicking your ass on these policies. And you know it. You don't have nothing to combat against it. Only talk about, you know, all the just talking like children. That's why I don't take them seriously. Sit down in the corner somewhere. I'm running this. I'm Debo up in here, Deboing them. And I Debo them up in these rooms sometimes. All they're doing to do is can't block me. Oh, big, like hey, something like you doing something. And this is just factual, common sense stuff, which is something that they don't know nothing about. And then that's why I say a real man had to come in here and make changes. Number 16, cut federal funding for any school pushing critical race theory, right? Racial gender ideologies and other inappropriate racial, sexual, and political content on our children. No longer are they allowed to do these things. You want to start pushing personal agendas like you do, your funding will be cut. And a lot of their funding has been cut because they see with the Dems, they just thought it was okay that they could still just go on here and do whatever they want. That's why they're crying now, trying to squeeze money where they can get it. If you learn to work with the president, but we already know with your Trump derangement syndrome and your never Trumpers, you don't like working with nobody, whatever. Just face it, bow down, because you have nothing. Bow the F down. That's what you better do, right? Because you don't have anything. That's exactly what it is. Somebody can have a channel and they make themselves look bad. I am not making them look bad. They make themselves look bad, right? Number 17, keep men out of women's sports. And that's what once again, we know his policies, and this is what we voted on, right? We wanted to keep the men out of women's sports. We don't like men in women's sports. We don't like men in women's bathrooms at all. This is even people, common sense people, even in the middle and on the left, didn't feel comfortable with that. Because I talked to a lot of liberals too. They didn't like the fact of a man dressed in drag or whatever it is, and a woman's they don't belong in there. And many of you guys have daughters. Stop the cap, right? Deport pro-Hamas radicals, right? Y'all remember people that's rah-rah champion, they got their behind deported as they should. You know, you ain't American. You don't get that right. You follow the rules of the country here. You get out of here, right? And that's what we've been doing. Pro-Hamas, right? Pro-Shabab, and all the rest of them. That's why these Somali pirates, a lot of them are out of here as well, too. I'm not sympathetic. You guys, Palestinians, all right, you know, Lebanese, right? Hezbollah, your ass is going to get on out of here. That's how it is, right? You're going to get deported, and it's going to happen. Make our college campuses safe and patriotic again. These Jewish students shouldn't have to be attacked like this. You know what I'm saying? They are just as much of American as anybody else, right? That's why I say, man, they lost on what they've been doing, and they would never win. Secure our elections, right? That's what you see, Save America. This is what we call safeguarding our American vote, right? We're going to secure the elections, including the same-day voting, voter ID, paper ballots, and proof of citizenship. And that will go through. It will happen, right? And that's number 19. The last 120, unite our country and bring it to new record levels, success. This is coming straight from Trump. These align closely with Agenda 47, which is Trump. Trump's border policies, video series, which is expanding on themes like immigration enforcement, energy production, deregulations, education reform, and American first trade foreign policies, man. Where's my thing at? Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that beautiful, man? It just sounds beautiful, man. It's a beautiful thing, man, you know? Now, you tell me, we done heard Trump, Obama side by side. But with Trump overall, his policies are bar none. Ran a perfect campaign, if you ask me. Perfect campaign. Went out there on the trail. Him and J.D. Vance was out there, boy. Many rallies. Many touring in different cities across the United States, man. I tell you, man. It's a beautiful thing, man. This is what winning is like. When you have a solid policy that works for the American people. Stop the threat of Iran. Stop the threat of our enemies abroad and domestic, right? This is a beautiful thing, man. They can't hold a candle. Trump's whole policies is about deregulation. Obama and the rest of them, basement Obama too, it's about regulations, bigger government, more government control, more tax, got to raise the taxes, got to raise the taxes. This is what they're all about. They want to keep the system the way it used to be, where Americans were losing and people around the world were winning, right? They know damn well they don't have no type of policy. I kick they ASS every time. And that's for the rest of these old content creators that want to come up here thinking they got saying something smart. You want to wear cat ears on your thing looking like a gamer. Yeah, I'm talking to you too. And some of these women too on here. Yeah, I'm talking to you too. I'm addressing some of you right now. You have nothing. You have no policy from the left. And they know it. Now they want to try to sit up here and act like they're so neutral. When all the time they still are, a lot of them are being paid for, right? Bought and paid for, man. Right? Because we know how the playbook coming from Act Blue, George and Alex Soros, they pay for these people. They pay for these clowns. They're being paid for, right? Some of them can make as much as $8,000 a month. Man, you know, like David Pacman. I said this many times. This guy's up the top, and he ain't the only one. When you that good, got a studio all set up. All this is created by me, not coming from a party, right? They're given a script. They're told what to say. Don't y'all find it strange that all of them say, got the telephone number, tell me why you voted for Trump. 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 Or they have some damn photo of Trump in the background pretending that they for Trump when they really aren't. Cartoon things. That, I don't care about that. But what is your numbers looking like? Are you really so-called voice of the people? Or are you in your protective little group, which is called a cult? Because you are a minority group. MAGA is the majority. You ain't winning jack nothing. Handsome or not, whatever. Handsome, whatever you call itself. These ain't nothing but echo chambers, ladies and gentlemen. They try to be nicey nice. They try, right? Snarky and cynical, disrespectful. We whooped them. There's a lot of reasons why I wear this hat. Also to troll them. They make it sound like I'm the only one to wear a MAGA hat when there's so many of them. Huh. You know what I'm saying? Shoot, man. I don't dress up and put on what somebody else want me to put on. I put on what I put on. And F them too. Right? That's exactly what it is, though. I pretty much have cooked these clowns, man. They don't have nothing for me. They don't have nothing for me. And when they come up here and put these statements out, you always want to ask a question all the time. You don't ask a question because, like I said, I'm a fact check it and find out if it's legit or not. Some people already found out coming in my room. I did it live. I do a live demonstration. Make them famous. Make them famously stupid. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what it is. We don't kowtow and bow down to no one. Your debates are useless when we hold a position. Why are we going to still do this? For what? It ain't going nowhere. Some of you are never Trumpers anyway. Why should you care? Oh, you just want to try to make somebody look bad? You used to dealing with people that are less intelligence that come up in there? Or people that that know how to debate, but you want to take control of the conversation? I know this tactics, playing word semantics. You ain't got nothing. You don't have nothing. So it is what it is. So I bang on all of them, you know, that's in regards to that stuff. That's what they do. So with the deregulations in energy environment and more, school choices, parental rights, and patriotism in education, stuff what we desperately need, making America energy independent, right? We talking about drill, baby, drill, including gas, including oil, including nuclear, right? We talking about the reactors and stuff. We have to do all these things, coal, right, to be independent, right? We shouldn't have, as America, the richest country in the world, even with the resources, we don't have to deal with no Canada or nobody. We have it all right here. Like Trump said, the liquid black gold is under our feet. We just have to tap into it. All these regulations that came from Obama, he did a lot of damage to America, ladies and gentlemen. And those are just the few things that I'm talking about. So-called patriotism, he never talks about it. He hasn't said one thing about patriotism and his commitment to America. It's not there. He's a liar. This is why he's being investigated. There's indictments and stuff on the other people that are involved. He got bigger problems to worry about for sure. Does he look like he ain't worried? That's bull. You see it in his eyes. Aging, getting older. Talking about this man was the smartest thing ever. I beg to differ. I beg to differ. Obama wasn't smart because if he was smart, he would have did what he did. He would have backed up America. He was the one. He was the one, and I agree to y'all as well. He was the one, by him being biracial, to bring harmony between black and white. He didn't do that. What he did is play victim. To say what the same of these pork chop ministers and poverty pimp ministries and all the rest of them made the black low poverty groups and all the rest of them a victim and blame who? Whites. That's why I say Obama is the one that have divided America. Trump and the Patriots are trying to fix it, and we have been doing a very great job. These black grifters, as I said before, they are already done. We ain't got to even worry about them, man. And if those that are black politicians, you just can't cater to the blacks no more. Your policies, you're going to have policy. Whites and others ain't going to put up with it. I'm not going to put up with it, you know? And if you don't follow through, once you get in there, we'll just vote you out. We know how to get you out of there. We ain't going to do like what the so-called black community did. Stay in these positions for eons. That won't happen. That's why they're upset, ladies and gentlemen. They're upset. I'm talking about these so-called poverty pimps, Al Sharpton and the rest of them, right? Jim Clyburn and all the rest of them, right? South Carolina, worst district in the United States. He is one of the worst. Look at his district. It's terrible. You see the poverty there? Man, shoot. And they want to act like, who is the racist? Oh, that would be Jim Clyburn, right? The black Klansman. That wear the hood. He ain't by himself. They want to sit up here and say Trump is the racist. These guys, these people are the ones. It's evident now. We don't have to worry about that stuff no more. Clyburn and the rest of them, you're going to have to compete. You're going to have real sounding. And I think his district, I think a lot of their districts may be already out. I think they're already out for the most part of it. We don't even have to worry about them no more. They're crooked anyway. You know what I'm saying? This is how karma works this way, boy. I tell you. Let me think here. Let me see here. What else though we talked about here? Talked about that. the old crooked DOJ, the FBI back in the days. They were cooking the books talking about whites kill more than blacks when they were including illegals in this country. Latino was considered to be white and other. Even some of these African people, they listed them as white too. So can you guys see how they cook the books? We're talking about the crime statistics and everything. I always said that the crime statistics was full of crap when they were running it, because they cooked those books purposely to hide for what they were really doing, because they didn't want to put the money into crime and criminal reform. They were pocketing the money. This is why these old black neighborhoods and all the rest of them, with all this crime, violence, and drugs, that all came from the left. We know that. Politicians, Rhino included, right? For some of them, not really Rhino, but I'm talking about mostly Democrat, right? Rhinos did other things. They didn't stop it either. They both in that time was in the same. This is before Trump. 20 to 30% crime. Look at the unemployment rate. 4 point something percent, the lowest it ever had been, man. And that's blacks included. It is what it is. Trump is doing a fantastic, remarkable job. There's work out here that you can go out here and work. Don't sit up here and tell me you can't find no job. That's crap, right? Boy, I tell y'all, man, ain't that something? I think I'm pretty much done. Things. Trump is the reigning champion, heavyweight title of the world, ladies and gentlemen, and things. Yep, no competition here though. Obama tried, but failed miserably, man. Failed miserably. There that is. So there that is. So I appreciate y'all coming in. I'm gonna acknowledge some of the comments and stuff. Then I got to get back out here to work, boy. It just is something, man. This is what winning looks like, ladies and gentlemen. Boy, that's what I say though, man. Ain't this something? So let me go ahead and do this here. Do we got time for the Democrat clown show before I think we should probably do the Democrat clown show again, you know. I think we should go ahead and do that, you know.
Please like, comment, and subscribe, please.
I appreciate it. Yeah, I appreciate it very much. I appreciate it. That's what's up. Every little bit adds up.
Thank you for the likes.
I appreciate it as well, too. So let's go ahead and get into it. We got to do the Democrat clown show and things like that. Oh, yeah, the Democrat. Oh, who is that? Oh, I think they're already ready. They're in their clown outfits. They got their costumes on, Barack Obama and the rest of them. Let's go ahead and get him on in here, man, and things like that. It's time for the Democrat clown show. I know that's what y'all was really waiting on, too, man. This is the part where we cook the Democrats, right? We cook their so-called leadership, right? Because they don't have anything, though. I appreciate the likes. I know y'all was waiting on that. We're going to go ahead and get into it. I've always promised the Democrat clown show, right? There's nobody else that cook them like I do, boy. The Democrat clown show, boy, you know. Let me see here. Let's go ahead and pull them up. Oops, let me see here. Go ahead and get them in here. Boy, the Democrat clown show. All right, there we go. Let's go ahead and get them in here.
Welcome to the All-Star Clown Review.
There's the Democrat
Free
clown
balloons
show.
for all.
Let me go ahead and remove this for a minute. Let's go ahead and do that. We'll take that out. And then we're going to go ahead and put that Democrat clown show up here. All right, there we go, guys. As promised. There we go. Look at the Democrat clown show, boy. There we go. The Democrat clown show with promise. Look at that. I'm going to turn on the music in a minute. Oh, yeah. Let me just position it right there. Let's go and play that music.
Welcome to the All-Star Clown Review.
Boy,
Free
look at this,
balloons
boy.
for all.
It don't get better than this, doesn't it? Boy, I tell you. Boy, it don't get no better. So who do we have here today? Oh, we have Gavin Knucklehead Newsome. There you go. And then who's that behind Barack Obama? Oh, that's Maxine Wicked West Waters with the tambourine. Oh, man. And then we got who? Oh, yeah, that's Barack Obama himself. Got the trumpet. Boy, you know you can't play no trumpet, Obama, man. You good at lying, though, that's for sure. What about Pencil Neck Adam Shifty Shift? There he is trying to juggle. Let's go ahead and I'm going to do this here, though, guys. We got to make it more impactful. Let me go ahead and I'm going to turn that music down, and then what we're going to do is loop it. That's what we're going to do. We're going to loop it. So that way it's on a continuous loop. There we go. Ain't that, doesn't that look better? Look at that. Yeah, look at Crooked Hillary Clinton. Boy, look at her though. Got her pantsuit on, looking like Beetlejuice. Look at that. Got her clown makeup in the hat. Look at Hillary. Then who is that? Oh, that's Chuck Schumer. Got the balloons up, Chuck Schumer. I want my balloons, man. I want that hot dog thing. I want to see you make it. And look at this. This is Hakeem, the so-called dream, high tax Jeffries. Look at him. That clown court gesture himself. Look at that. Oh, yeah, we have, who is that? Oh, yeah, that's Bernie. He got up there to sign free balloons for all. I want my balloons, Bernie, and you better give me my balloons. I want my free balloon, man. We want a lot of things, though, too. Who is this, AOC? What the hell are you doing, AOC? Boy, look at this. Oh, my goodness. And who is that? Polka Dot Pocahontas Warren. Boy, Elizabeth Warren. Boy, look at her. Got her cap and gown on. Got the ruffled feathers looking like the queen over there. And what's that, in England? Boy, she wished, though, ain't she? Boy, look at this. This is the Democrat fraud squad, where fraud is the number one thing. Look at this. Don't keep no policies or keep promises to policies. Look at this. Boy, I tell you. Look at this. Boy, I still got another one here. I got one with Gamala. I got one with her too. I can go and pull her up too. Let me see. Can I pull her up? Yeah, Gamala. Gamala here. So let me go ahead and pull that up. That's how you got to say it. You got to say it right. According to the East Indians and stuff. Hold on for a minute. Let me see if I can go ahead and. Boy, can y'all see the red? Boy, I tell you, can y'all see the red tsunami? Boy, I'm going to go ahead and open this up real quick. I just want you guys to see the red tsunami. Let me let's go ahead and turn that off right now. Whoops. Yeah, the red tsunami. Is that over there? Nope. Red tsunami is not there. Hold on for a minute. Go ahead and pull up the red tsunami. Yep, the red tsunami, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go and pull that up. I'm just going to pull up the red tsunami. Stop all this playing around so I can show you guys again. I've already called, we've been called it, I appreciate the like. We've been called it the red tsunami, man. You know I appreciate y'all, man, you know. Look at that. This is the red tsunami, ladies and gentlemen. Boy, we're going to get rid of the other one here. I just want them to vast in it. Let me get rid of this one here. Look at that. Look at that red tsunami. MAGA Republican surge. This is what a red tsunami look like. And down below are the Dems. Those are the Democrats down there underneath that wave. And see the land, but at that big wave about to hit, that's all Democrats right there. We're going to wash you guys right out. You know, nothing can survive a tsunami, you know. This is the earthquake that has been building up in America for your lying, stealing, and dissatisfaction to the American people. Look what we generated, man. This is a big, huge wave that is going to smash and destroy anything that's blue in its path. This is the power and the force of MAGA. What you tried to destroy with Candace Owens, right? You tried to do it with who? Tucker Carlson. You tried to do it with Megan Tokyo Rose Kelly. You tried to do it with Nick Fuentes. You tried to do it with Marjorie Trader Green. Y'all hear that? She actually, she moved somewhere out of the country. Did y'all see that? She sold her house. Why you running, MTG? Why you running? Why you running, huh? Because you know why they running? Because they know justice is coming. That's why they running. You know what I'm saying? This is what's coming to them. Look at that big red tsunami. The Red Kingdom. Red Kingdom. There it is. That's exactly what it is. Don't that sound good, ladies and gentlemen? Boy, this is a tsunami wave. Be the biggest one of them all. Right? Boy, look at what generated. Y'all pissed off a lot of MAGA supporters, man. Now you're going to get the wave. You know what I'm saying? Boy, wait till Trump, in this midterm, we're going to take everything. I'm going to be doing a live stream again. I'm going to rub it all in the Dems' face again. Just a bunch of whining losers, man. Look at what's going. Look at what's coming. This is what's coming. You may as well go on and get used to it. Boy, ain't got nothing coming, ain't it? Ain't it a beautiful thing? When have we ever lied? We ain't afraid. We ain't scared. We know we're going to take the midterms. And we're going to take 2028. Y'all still don't have nothing. You got no leadership. Where is your leadership? Oh, my goodness. Look at this, though, boy. Ain't it funny? Boy, this is a beautiful thing, man. The red tsunami, boy. Look at that. I just love looking at it because I ain't showed it to y'all in a little while. And that looks really good. The red tsunami, though, that's the wave. It's going to hit to a city near you. We're going to hit New York, the big ones, the sanctuary cities. We're going to hit Illinois. We're going to hit Colorado, right? We're going to hit these places, right? Especially California. What's his name doing a great job over there? Spencer, what's his name? He's doing an excellent job, man. They can't handle him. That's right. Karen, what's her name? Karen Bass. Step your you-know-what down. Boy, that's an ugly woman, man. Oh, my goodness, man. Did y'all see how she looked, man? Oh, my goodness. That's man. What the? Oh, my goodness, man. Oh, don't come out in the daytime, Karen Bass. Oh, my goodness. Okay, calm down, Karen Bass. Oh, my goodness, boy. Ooh, it's just bad, man. Oh, my goodness, boy. Oh, my goodness, man. Shh. Boy, she got them glasses, man. Man, I clown them better than they try to control me, boy. I tell you, look at that. They always got questions. Always. And we'll suffer for defeat again. Let's go ahead and get some other people on here, boy. I'm going to pull up this other one because, I always do my clowning bit where we just go in and troll and clown them, man. That's what we do. We're going to troll now after we done kicked their behind in the policies. Okay, here's the other one here that you guys seen before. This is also, what we call, who is these people again? You already know. These people right here, ladies and gentlemen, what are they and who are they? We're going to talk about it right now. We already know who they are and what they are, right? Let me go ahead and put that out. Make sure you ain't distracted at all. Yep. Okay, here we go. There it is right here. So you guys already know who these people are. There's no type of questioning who they are, right? We have, let's go ahead and do it the front first. We have Joe Biden. Joe Biden got the horn this time. We got Hillary Clinton. Kamala Harris. Look at her. She's just so happy with her clown nose and stuff. Look at Kamala. Look at her, how happy she is, boy. Got a little clown nose. Oh, look at that, What was that? Oh, yeah, that's Hakeem, the high-tax Jeffries. Oh, my goodness, look at him. You got AOC. Look at her. Look how happy she is, too. Look at that district. Boy, look at this on some clown stuff. Oh, yeah, that's Ilhan Omar. Look I see you. She even got a clown hijab on, boy, ain't it? Oh, my gosh. What's it, Rashida Tlaib? Oh, man, I see you, too, with your balloon on. I like the fact that you got the red balloon, though. You should have been on our side. Boy, look at you. We got Zohan Mondumi. Look at him. Oh, my goodness. Democrat, socialist. In fact, I can point him out. Mondumi is a Democrat, socialist. Rashida Tlaib, and also Ilhan Omar, AOC. Don't leave out Bernie. He's in that group, too. All right, so let's go down here with, so let's go to the top. Elizabeth Pocahontas Warren. Boy, she's holding the sign up, talking about free balloons for them all. The Democratic Fraud Show, ladies and gentlemen. All the people responsible for fraud. Give me my balloon, Elizabeth Warren. Is that Elizabeth? No, I'm sorry. That's Gavin Newsom holding that sign up. Gavin Knucklehead Newsom, give me my damn balloons, man. Look at you, though, boy. We got Chuck Schumer. Look at him. Look at Chuck. So happy. They ain't did nothing. Who is that? Adam Pencilneck, Shifty Shift. And then who is this? Oh, we got Bernie Sanders, man. Look at that. Bernie, and Gavin Newsom. I want my free balloons, man. Maxine Wicked West Waters holding up that tambourine, You gonna respect me, I'm a black woman. Barack Hussein Obama. Insane to the membrane Obama. Oh, I tell you, boy, it's just all too easy, That's just, y'all already know how I do, right? Oh, my goodness. Look at this, man. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to what we call the who? We already know who this is, right? Boy, the Democratic Fraud Squad. Who coined that phrase? That's Jason Beatrice. And I'm going to get over there to my members and all that in a minute. Boy, look at this, man. This is hilarious, man. This is my pride. I got a few of them. Oh, my goodness. Woo, boy, this is saying a whole lot, boy. You got Hakeem Jeffries doing a handstand with his legs spread out, boy. Look at this. Boy, I don't know who's more flexible, him or AOC, boy. I tell you, man. Ooh, boy. Man, this is my, I'm going to get, like I said before, man, when I start selling these on my store, man. Shoot. Ooh, man, boy, ain't this something? Boy, this is something else, man. You can't make this clown-ish up. You really can't, man. Yep. Yeah, I got a lot of them, man. Oh, my gosh. Ooh, man, hold on for me to show you something else, man. I'm going to look at the comments and stuff. Yeah, I know how I do, man. Oh, my goodness, man. It's just so sad, man. Clowning around, you know, that's what they do. Look at all that money they done spent and enrich themselves, too. You know what I'm saying? This is what they do, right? America in crisis, policy failures, let down the American people. Look at this. Here's another one. Look at that. Boy, look at Obama. You could tell that that's Obama. You got Joe Biden standing next to him with the thumbs up. Look at him. Look at Hillary Crooked Clinton again. Chuck Schumer, I know that's you. Look at Kamala. She got a red nose, boy, so bright. Won't you guide my sleigh tonight? Boy, I tell you. Boy, who else is that? Oh, we got Hakeem, the high-tax dream, so-called Dream Jeffries. We got Pencil Neck Adam Shifty Shit. Oh, that's AOC. Boy, look at her. Bernie, oligarchy. All right, Bernie, man. Oligarchy. Yeah, that's Bernie. That's all he know how to say, man. We got Polka Dot, Pocahontas Warren again. What you got on that paper, boy? Looking like toilet paper, boy, I tell you. And who is this? Look at Maxine Wicked West Waters, man. Boy, I tell you, you got a lot of things to worry about, how y'all done ripped off and lied to those blacks in those poor neighborhoods all this time. And we got Gavin Knucklehead Newscomb. Oh, yeah, in the red suit, looking like the you-know-what himself, boy. Look at it. Boy, I tell you, man, this is the joke right here, right? They make it easy, though, right? The devil is a Democrat. Yeah, there you go, Tony. I appreciate it, Tony. Thank you. But that's exactly what it is, though, right here, ladies and gentlemen. This is exactly what we've been dealing with right here. Ain't that something? Boy, Boy, I tell you, man, this is one of my favorites, man. They be mad about it. You know you don't have nothing for me. You really don't. You don't have anything to trolls that come in the room. You don't have anything. You really don't. I just, I get into my moments where I really like to troll them and stuff like that. Nobody trolls better than I troll them better, man. And that's for they so-called content creators, safe spaces too. I troll them too. They don't know how to deal with this. They leave this stuff to the professionals, right? Boy, I tell you. So let's get back to the thing at hand, though, So the Clash of the Titans right here. These are the people right here, now that we done finished with the Democrat clown show. Without a doubt, the heavyweight championship title, wait a moment now, the heavyweight championship title goes to who? Donald J. Trump, heavyweight champion of the United States of America. Boy, I tell you. Donald J. Trump. Boy, Trump said this is what winning looks like. When you have common sense, when you have logic, right? This is the thing that wins. Consistency wins. How did Obama lose? Didn't have a really well thought out plan, never kept his promises, batted and rooted for the enemies more so than America, boy. Ain't that something? And what he did with the betrayal of America, man, right? Look at this. Weaponizing. You done heard me, I read off the stuff already with Obama, right? Weaponizing our enemy, which is Iran. $150 billion went to Iran, right? What about the uranium one that come up missing? Well, we know who took it, and it went over there to who? Iran, right? What about I'll tell you, man. What about defunding, right? What about that situation that went down in Afghanistan, right? This was this man here. He did not give our Americans that were over there protection. He called it off on purpose, and that's why they end up dying, right? What about those other people, right? When we talk about the Gold families and so forth, man, and all the rest of it. These are blunders that's coming from their failed policies that led us to believe or think what they were doing was so right. And in actuality, it were against America the whole time, man. Obama is more than should be ashamed of himself, though, and I can't wait till when they get him. He's gonna be in those silver bracelets, man. And when he's in those silver bracelets, you already know what's going to end up happening. It may be a military tribunal, though, and things once they get done. Because all of the evidence, ladies and gentlemen, went to the grand jury. And I'm talking about this man, Barack Hussein Obama, right? This is the man that betrayed America, right? This is the man, right, that have weaponized our enemy, right, which is Iran. $1.5 billion sent on a hollowed out Boeing jet, flew right into Iran. And they gave them money, sold them the uranium. This is all on document stuff with Topsy Gabbard. This stuff ain't made up. You cannot hide it. Does the man look like he is worried? Absolutely. Because it's closing in. Then not only that, we have to go back to the Russia thing, trying to overthrow, and they actually did in 2020. They overthrew a duly sitting president of the United States, which was Donald Trump. All these Trump charges, all these Trump charges, once again, that were made up. And this is the reason, giving you the reasons why they're going after this man. You can't say this stuff is made up. Oh, they're just lying on him. No, that's not correct. This is stuff that he did, and his merry men and women, right, that did this stuff. We never in the history had a ex-president that overthrew a sitting president, as well as the electoral. They didn't respect, right? They did not respect the voting, our elections, or the people. They undermined our elections. And that's what this man did. There's no black code that's going to save him here. This is exactly what ended up happening. This man right here, Barack Hussein Obama, this is the one that's going to wear the silver bracelets, and you are going to see it, and it will go down. So that you know, right? Because we already went over both of their policies. Trump is a better fit president when it come down to his policies than Obama would ever will. Obama, we already went over that. Go back and listen. If you want to watch the early stuff, go back in there where I do it side by side of the policies, right? Look at what's going on and what's happening. Me making this stuff up. This is reasons why they're coming after him now. Trump had to get all of the bad apples out of the DOJ, FBI. Now, our FBI is well respected now. They can go out here and fight crime under the leadership of Kash Patel and others. Same thing in the DOJ, and the FBI, and the CIA. All of them at one time was corrupt. This is one of the main reasons stuff in Ish wasn't getting done. Now it is. We are in a better place now as Americans, right? Look at what's going on. Boy, I tell you, man. Look at what's going on now. It's being, let's say, purged out with all the bad apples, all the indictments, and soon it's going to be arrest. They cannot stop it, ladies and gentlemen. They can't stop it. They wish they could stop it, but they can't. I'm not worried about them at all.
Can we get to 100 likes? Let's go, MAGA.
Let's go, MAGA. You know what I'm saying? We ain't worried about them at all. They never had anything, ladies and gentlemen. If they had something, why you think all these content creators trying to get, I don't know why they trying to do it. You're not going to win the midterms. It's like, what are you doing? It's a waste of time. They already looked at the internal pollings. They already had another report out that they've been cleaning up the voter rolls. What's his name that's been doing a great job on that? You ain't going to be able to cheat anymore. The American Save Act will go through. We get Thune the buffoon out of there, or he can just sign an executive order. He can do this. You do realize Trump still have options. Either way, the American Save Act is going through. That's why I put this thing up in the background, my backdrop, and it looks nice. And I think I'm gonna start rocking it now. Got the American wings and everything from the eagle, boy. Look at that. Don't that look good, y'all? Thank you for the likes. Don't that look great? This is what winning looks like. This is what being patriotic again looks like. The people on the left hate America. That's why they're not patriotic. They don't even have American flag up. If you look at their backdrops, look at some of these content creators. I call them out, man. They are haters of America, right? You don't even have a flag. They put up these memes with Trump, but they don't even have a flag. They don't even rock with America at all. This is prideful here, man. All this is prideful that you see behind me. This is what loving America is about. They ain't loving on America. You could tell with the comments that they make in this room. They're not loving on America. They are hating America, right? And some of them, because they're being watched, whatever you post on the internet is forever. So if you're that stupid, this is not that Joe Biden or Obama administration anymore. There will be consequences. There will be accountability, right? If you slip up and do this, you do realize this, right? Boy, Yeah, I tell you though, ladies and gentlemen, it's a beautiful thing. Look at this. The heavyweight titans, and Trump won by far because of his superior policies that worked for the American people. Obama's did not. Even down with the Affordable Care Act was a blunder. It's garbage too. You know what I'm saying? A lot of his policies was garbage. The only policy I like with Obama was when they were turning the illegals around at the border. He didn't have to send ICE agents out. They were catching them and turning them back about face. Now they're all for what? Having illegals to come over here? Because they know why. Because they have lost the American people. You know, people with a full brain gonna vote on this type of stuff. And when you lose the will of the American people, now you got to have what? Illegals to come in here and other types of filth and garbage over here. And that's what they were doing. You got to have a sanctuary city to who? Protect your illegals. You got to have the cheating apparatus, right? These are the things that criminals do. And this is why they're losing. We see you now. Everybody see you. You ain't hiding nothing. Way that Trump and this administration have set this up, all the spotlight is on all of them. We know who the rhinos are too, right? The rhinos in Indiana are gone. We study going down, running through the red tsunami wave throughout the South, right? With the redistricting, changing it back constitutionally the way it's supposed to be. The left gerrymandered. Jimmy rigged stuff to fit their narrative. Unconstitutional. In fact, it shouldn't have been never allowed. We didn't have a Trump then. He was too young. But we shouldn't have never been allowed, right? They should have never been allowed to be able to do what they did in the first place. And then not only that, they pour their pork chop ministers and their poverty pimps, race hustlers, race baiters, right? They were all for what? They was all rah-rah for what? For the gerrymandering. To say that, we got to have the voter act that we could cater to black on black, where they have never cared about black on black, right? Because the people at the top was making all the money. Who at the bottom was making nothing, right? And those are the black folks, disenfranchised and stuff, underserved communities with crime, violence, drugs, gang activity, not one of them said that I'm going to fix this situation. They just let it go on business as usual, right? And they're upset because their plan has been exposed. That's why they acting the fool up there in Alabama, acting the fool up there in Tennessee or Louisiana. That's what they always do, emotional fools, because they don't have anything, right? This is the thing, though. Some of them are so stupid, they can't even see that they're being ripped off by the people that they voted for. As long as they're black-facing Democrat, and we just keep the business as usual, living in unconditioned neighborhoods, unsafe neighborhoods, right? We don't have adequate lighting, right? Or police officers or other opportunities. You okay with a Foot Locker? You okay with predatory lending and pay in advance and all this other stuff? Because that's what you got. Pawn shops. Is that something? Nightclubs, or not in this case, adult clubs, if you know what I mean. What else? And cannabis shops, that's all you can do? All those places that I named ain't owned by one black person. Oh my goodness. Who's been in disenfranchised who? Right? Common sense dictate. You ain't winning nothing being in these black communities. Grew up in that all my life. It was people that don't look like me winning. Your so-called black pork chop ministers, right? And your black race hustlers, right? And poverty pimps that set this stuff up in the first place. This is why you don't have anything to stand on. You want to blame that on who? Whites and Trump? They didn't create that. Your party did. Your parties created that, right? That's who, and you didn't have you didn't have the guts. You were cowardly. A lot of these so-called blacks in these neighborhoods, you didn't have the balls. You didn't have the nerve, let alone the gall, to check these people that you voted for. You just laid down and allowed them to roll over on you. Neither one of them, Al Sharpton and all the rest of them, they only come out of the snake hole when something happened that's outside of a black person getting murdered. If it's black on black, you'll never see them. Black on white, you'll see them. Or white on black, you'll see them. Right? The jig is up. You may as well just go on and quit, because you make yourself look stupider coming in here. You know what I'm saying? Because not only I can clown, but I can debate, right? And I'm not even all upset about it. Why? When we hold the leverage, we're talking logic. We're talking common sense. We're talking about what should have happened. You allow these, race hustlers, poverty pimps, and you believe the crap that they were telling you. The people you should be mad at is your own, and you really should be mad at yourself, because you allow these people, you've been voting for the same people over and over again, thinking that, and then where's your excuse? Well, we want to keep our own in there, because other than that, we wouldn't have the opportunity, you know what I'm saying? Black on black crime is way out of control. Shouldn't be a situation. It should not be a situation. I always said it. The inner city should look like the suburbs. Why not? That's a question to your pork chop ministers, right? As long as your poverty pimps. Why hasn't the inner cities look like out in the suburbs? When you got responsibility, when you got people that are accountability, responsibility, you get the results of the suburbs. When you are not accountable, not responsible, look at it. Detroit went into receivership. For those that know, pull it up. Right? They destroyed their budget with corruption. Kwame and all the rest of them, right? They destroyed the city budget, where the city went into receivership for years, where the state had to come in. And the state of Michigan had to come in and fix it. Same thing with Flint, Michigan, right? In many of your cities, right? The reason that you don't see enough police officers, what? Because of what? Your county sheriffs had to step up and patrol these areas, right? Because they can't seem to budget properly and well. They always over budgeting, overspending, right? Don't have nothing. Ain't nobody, and this was a plan anyway. This is the plan. We have been pointing and citing problems in the inner cities for a long time. I'm so glad that they asked because of redistricting, they got these clowns out of here. Because they wasn't doing nothing for their own people, let alone for the country. And I parked my plane there, man. I appreciate you guys for coming in. I'm going to take a look and see who was in the room and stuff, you know. Yeah, bankrupt Detroit. You're absolutely right. They bankrupt Flint. They bankrupt a lot of these cities. These black-owned cities, bankrupt. Why are they bankrupt? Where my detractors at? Why are they bankrupt? We got Mikey Mike in the house. Hold on for a minute, y'all. Where my horn at? I see some people in here that I recognize. Boy, that's all. Yeah. Let me see here. We got Mike here. We got Jason Beatrice here. Yep. Let me see here. It looked like y'all were in here debating people in the room. I see, you know. But yeah, I mean, really, man, it's like we already won, man. We already won the midterms, and they know it. You think I care about what they typing and saying in here, man? They just losers. Let me see. Jason says Tennessee will be a great state, if not for Memphis. Yeah, I mean that's true. Because the rest of Memphis is they got functioning government. ain't no overspending, none of that type of stuff. They got fire, safe, police, things work. You know what I'm saying? This is the thing about it, man. Yeah. Boy, I tell you, man. Yeah, like Direct, I see her back in here too. It's like somebody that she's going back and forth with and stuff like that too. I see y'all with the chats in here. I would have got in here a little earlier, but I was on the roll though, because you know it was a clash of the Titans. Thank you for the likes with Trump and Obama. You know what I'm saying? Yep, you're right about that, Jason Beatrice. Look at Memphis. Look at these cities, man. The cities that the Democrats' so-called leaders have turned their backs on. We got Black Guy 9 in the house, boy. You didn't think I was going to forget you, did you? Y'all didn't think I was going to forget you today, did you? How many non-white Republicans are in Congress? Why should it matter to you anyway, though? You're always asking stupid questions instead of dealing with the facts that I've been over here talking all day, bringing up facts, though. You know what I'm saying? Keep up with me now. Right? Let me see. Got Mike in the house here. Yeah. Look at how many Democrats showed up to vote for Obama simply because he was black and for no other reason. That's exactly what it is. They knew nothing about him. They knew nothing about Obama nor his policies. They were too pussy and too scared. And look at the white liberals. If you criticize him, does that make me racist? They're always asking, does that make me racist if I don't agree with everything with him? That's what they were asking. Boy, I tell you. Yeah, Mary Jane. Them eyes are so far apart, you can see 360 still. It ain't seen Trump as a con man. Mary Jane, that is, though, too. She's saying Trump as a con man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they just stuck in their own delusion, man. She's stuck. You notice, though, that's the thing about it. She's like a little child, too, a little liberal child, man. You know what I'm saying? Just like with Super Triple, man. These guys are just liberal little children. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't take them serious. They know they don't have nothing for me. And I wouldn't waste my time dealing with them. Because they're going to know they're going to crash out. You already see. They crash out. We got Jason Beatrice making a point. Let me see here. He said super orange. So after Trump's finished his term, will you be happy? Will you lose interest in politics? That's what happened before when they stole the election from Trump. And when Biden was in there for 4 years, they weren't even thinking about the politics at all, man. They just laid down, we got rid of Trump. That was the whole plan, is to get rid of Trump. Get rid of Trump. Trump. I can't even imagine waking up every day with this type of Trump derangement syndrome, man. It wears on you, man. Direct Lunacy says, what did Obama ever do for black people? Absolutely nothing. Black liberals do not care about black communities. They sure don't. Yeah, Direct Luminacy, yeah. Luminacy, yeah. Yeah, Luminacy, yeah. You're absolutely correct. They don't. Because if blacks really cared about their community, they would have challenged their so-called black race hustling so-called leaders, but they did not. They never challenged the black clergy. That's why I go after them like I do. You know, they the ones that's been grifting off the black community, and they wanted to keep it that way, right? Look at them. Even as old and as wicked as Maxine Wicked West Waters. You know, she's been in Congress. She's been in Congress ever since 1994. That's why we got to put age. We want to get all these old people out here. No defense to senior citizens. But when you've been that old, all that is corruption. There's nothing they can do that's going to be for the people. You know, they're all getting paid. We need to have short-term limits. Senate should be 6 years, tops. That's it. That's it. Senator, we have to break that down, maybe 4, 2 to 4, something like that. Anything that would keep the corruption from going on. We don't need all these people, right? It's pretty obvious, though, man, that's exactly what happened. You know what I'm saying? I'm so embarrassed, man, myself sometimes. I used to be real embarrassed. I can't even call the black community no more. I call it so-called community. It's not even a community. Because of welfare, Lyndon B. Johnson, you know, boy, I tell you, look at what he has done with this Welfare Act. Y'all realize that black women are the leading single women, single women with children, 72%. Go look it up. Exactly what it is. This is the type of stuff that we got to deal with. You know, they never want to address the problems. As I always said, the black grift is over. We have so many problems in our own community that they help create. You don't have no time to be talking about no president and no racist stuff at all. The racism is these people that wear like I said, the Black Klansmen, that wear the Black Klansman outfit. You pull the sheet off, you're going to see Maxine Wicked West Waters and Jim Clyburn. You're going to see these people, Al Sharpton. We see them. Those are the people and many others. I always call them Black Klansmen. You know? This is what we're dealing with here. People don't love black people. They hate black people. It's obvious. They in their $1 million homes. They ain't even thinking about black folks. Unless if there's another so-called injustice with a white-black crime, then they come out of the woodwork. Boy, I tell you, man. Ain't that something, ladies and gentlemen? This is what we've been dealing with. This is what we've been dealing with. You know? We got, let me see here. Yeah, I'm over here looking at some of the people here. Yeah, but that's what we've been dealing with. You know? Yeah. And I appreciate some of you guys returning as well, too. Oh, yeah, we got Kurt. Man, let me see it. Been busy for Kurt, man. We got, boy. I'm sorry. Hold on for a minute. Let me see here. We got the legend in the house. Sorry about that. We got the legend, the living legend. It is, I always call him Omega. Omega in the house. The original, man. I'm over, man. Let me see here. About to get there. Yeah, I haven't talked to Omega, man. I had to text him. Black Guy 9. Omega, the living legend, man. Living legend, boy. That's Omega in the house, man. I'm sorry. I didn't even get a chance to see you, man. Damn, man. I should have had on my other thing. That's why I'm not seeing. I forgot to turn that on. But it's all good, though. I saw you now, man. We got the living legend. Is who? Omega, man. Some of y'all saw that live debate that we had with that one brother. You know what I'm saying? But see, that's how they debate. They get all in their feelings or they want to get a gotcha moment. You know what I'm saying? Boy, Omega, it's good to see you. I saw Joe Mama the other day. Not Joe Mama, but Joe Mama. Boy, Joe Mama and Omega, boy, some of the original. Man, that's what I'm saying. I know I feel good now. And they back me up on this stuff, man. They back me up on this stuff, right? This is exactly what it is. Right? That's exactly what it is. So, yeah, Omega, man, I meant to tell you, Black Guy 9, yeah, so, you know, they drop up the email that want to say you want to debate or whatever like that. They want to debate. You know what I'm saying? Oh, my goodness. Woo, man, just to sit up here and make them look stupid. I mean, you know what I'm saying? That's the thing about it. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, what you say? I see you there. You said there, Omega. You said, we all found out during COVID how much the United States depend on China for the medicine, and there was a big debate. But, of course, the debate is over, and no one is discussing it. Let me go ahead on and post that, too. That's what Mike had to say. Yeah, you see, go ahead and post that up. And we've got Omega, though, too. Omega says, I'll be listening. I got to move this 55, man, 1,000 pounds of steel. Boy, yeah, I understand that, boy. That's why I love truckers, man, because truckers is the backbone of our economy. Without you guys, man, nothing will get done. You know? Shout out to the truckers, ladies and gentlemen. Where my thing at? Yeah, shout out to the truckers. Boy, I appreciate it, though, boy, coming in here, you know. Let me see here. I agree with Mike. Somebody says, yeah, man, it's been cool, man, seeing you guys on here or whatever, man. You know, we just making sense of something that they never tried to make sense. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, they love Jason, they love looking at CNN and MSNBC and ABC. Well, I'd rather have the rough truth. Yeah, you're right about that, Omega. He said he'd rather have the rough truth. Yeah, man. That's the thing about it, man. We went down here and looked at both presidents, past and present, policies. And we know by far, by none, that Trump policies outshine all of them. What he did, man. He turned America back around. Yep. And that's what I stand, man. It's a beautiful thing, man. Yep. That's the thing about it. Direct Lunacy says, really, Direct Lunacy says they own the House, Senate, and presidency in 2024. The liberals talk like they are black saviors, right? You think all black people would be rich by now. I know, Direct Lunacy. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, but like your avatar up there, too. I'm a big anime fan, though, too, you know. Mm-hmm. Are you a male or female, Lunacy? It don't really matter, though, you know, because I want to either give you the air horn or give you the mystical thing, you know. That's why I asked. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That's why I asked. Boy, I tell you. But, yeah, Direct Lunacy, ladies and gentlemen. Yep, let's see here. Mm-hmm. Let's see here. I'm going down the list here. I remember Direct Lunacy from before, you know. There's other people that come in the room, man. Mm-hmm. Yeah, let me see here. Shirley Gordon says politician job security is predicted. Predicted on. I ain't got my glasses. Maintaining an unjust system. Look at America. It's destroyed. No, it's not destroyed. It's actually been saved. Because now that we have people, and now blacks and others in this country are going to have to learn about being accountable and responsible. Those days of being a politician, lying to the people, and not doing nothing is over. Trump have set the bar so high that these other politicians, you either got to catch up and keep your word to this stuff, or we'll just impeach you and get you out of there. And that's the way it's supposed to be. Yeah, let's see here. 366 Mexico. Hola, como esta? You know, yeah, a lot of Hispanics, Latinos rock with me too, man. The left should be embarrassed, is what that's what he says here. And you're right. The left really, really should be embarrassed, man. The black community really should be embarrassed. Because they held these people up at a high standard. They didn't do nothing for us in the community. It's sad. It's embarrassing. Direct Lunacy says, I was saying earlier, Democratic Socialists are not the same as Democrats. Be careful with that. Oh, I'm a female. Okay, let me give you my little thing here. Oh, I know exactly what you're saying. Hold on for a minute. That's for Direct Lunacy. I always do that for the females. I've been saying that, though, Direct Lunacy, for a few times. There's a difference between Democrat and Democrat Socialist. You know what I'm saying? I even named out who the people are that's Democrat Socialist. The old school Democrats allowed the Democrat Socialists to come in and hijack their movement, hijack their party. And this is one of the main reasons as to why that the Democrats they're losing the midterms. They're going to lose 2028 because nobody identified with illegals coming in this country. Nobody identifies with the mutilation of children and transgender type of behavior. Nobody identifies with woke and DEI. They don't identify with this stuff. These were some of their talking points and policies that have destroyed their party. And I'm happy for it because I'd rather us know it now than later on. You know what I'm saying? They don't hold a candle to common sense and logic, straight like that. It's really nothing to debate. Direct Lunacy says, Democrat socialists hate people like Gavin Newsom. They absolutely do. I said that because Gavin Newsom is an old school Democrat. I'm just going and bring it up because you're breaking a good point, and I want to remind people again. You got the old school like Maxine Waters, Elizabeth Warren, and all the rest of them. These are people that are old school liberals, Democrat, right? Hillary Clinton, right? The new people, Bernie Sanders is one of the few ones that came in as a socialist, right? Then he brought in AOC, right? Then we got other people like Mondumi, right? Ilhan Umar, right? We also have Taliba Rashid, right? We got so many of these people, right, that they have brought in under the banner of Democrat socialist. These are the people that are very, very extreme. They are pushing for Antifa. These are the foot soldiers, defund the police, BLM, Summer of Love. You guys are seeing the connection right now. These particular groups and who they align themselves with for the money to go out here and to create what? Anarchy in the street. That's what she's referring to for those that may not know. This is exactly what's going on, right? This is exactly what's going on. This is a movement here, right? A movement. This is not about loving on America. This is about social change, right? Social change. Why you think more of them are talking about capitalism? They want to oust that. But you're still getting money. That makes you a capitalist. You go to work for what? For money. You ain't going in there for free. But see the stupidity that they have? This is the type of thing here, man. It's just stupidity. They over here working a job or have a business talking about communism. You know what I'm saying? And I know Omega. I know we went over that already. You know what I'm saying? Because Omega told me that really communism is another tool originally that was designed by who? The left once again. So, I mean, you know what I'm saying? We start looking at the origin of where it come from. Right? But for the most part of it, the way I see it, it ain't perfect, but I'd still rather deal with capitalists, being in a capitalist system, right, than being up under a socialist system, right, or Marxist system. I would rather have that as well. It ain't perfect, but it's better. Because they can't even show an example anywhere throughout the world where socialism truly works. We see it in its purest form in worst case scenarios like North Korea, right? Used to be Iran, right? Used to be Venezuela. You know what I'm saying? Boy, I tell you, you still got bits and pieces of it with China. China, a little bit, kind of gave them a little bit of capitalism, but it's still more of a socialist control. Communist control, right? Russia and so forth. Come on now. They people talk like being in the bread line is all good. Let me see here. But a lot of you guys make a great point and stuff. I'm going to go ahead and shut this down, man. Direct Lunacy said, yeah, leftists are way further left than the liberals. The real leftists want to destroy the American empire. And she's 100% correct. I got to post this again. Direct Lunacy, y'all better listen to the Direct Lunacy. It's the same thing I was talking about. They got plans in this country, right? And they need stupid people that are pissed off, people that are out of jobs or just entitlement, right? It sounds cool to say down with capitalism, down with America. We got to have a new thing. They voted Mondumi in there and they never even asked the question, how is he going to pay for all these things, right? All this promise about free bus things or whatever. Trump cut New York off. I mean, it's the most dumbest thing. This guy never had a job in his life. He's a trust fund baby. His family is millionaires, right? Oh man, please, never. This is his first job he ever had. That's the thing about it. Yeah, Pelosi is just trying to make money. Yeah, Pelosi, exactly. They're all in it for the money, though. Direct lunacy. They all are in it for the money at the American expense. The more havoc, the more stress. And look at it. That's why we got to work 2 or 3 jobs right now, because they jacked up the economy. They stole money, USAID, NGO programs. This is why DOJ had to be created to straighten it out. You know, this is far leftists, as you know, direct lunacy, and a lot of other you people, they hate a real debate with people like me. They already said, if they ever get in power, right, they are not debating. They're going to impeach Trump, and they're going to go after him. We got to get rid of these young socialists. These Democrat socialists have to go. Trump is already on them right now. We got to get him out, not just out of power, but it's going to be a lot of arrest and accountability, though, right? We got to crush this movement before it destroys America. And Trump and the MAGA Patriots are already on it. This is why Trump said, you know, with the AR-15 and all the rest of them, come over here, pop, 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 pop. It is what it is. That's exactly what it is. So we have to oust these far leftist Democrats. And y'all have heard me mention the same thing. Same stuff that direct lunacy been talking about, and many others. This is the real threat to America, not Trump. It's them. They are the ones, right? They are the ones. They are in this room. Some of your Democrat socialists are in this room. Some of them are bots. So they are the ones that have a problem, right? We see them. They come in the room and come in these other rooms, right? Scary, and direct lunacy said, I'm going to read you other ones, though. I'm going to come back on here. But direct lunacy says, scary part is that communists is they don't want money. They want absolute power. Learn about, what's that, stain or strange stain. It's all about power. It's all about power. It's all it's about. Power and controlling the world. Starting with this, America is a big one that they want. You know what I'm saying? Just like I said, Mr. Biggles. Oh yeah, Mr. Biggleworth. I think you've been in here before. He says, and it all started with Antifa. This is one of the foot soldiers who they deal with. You know what I'm saying? David Tracy says, only truth. Yeah. We all have to be very conscientious of what this system that they've been doing, though, and the people that are behind it. And there's many more, right? Don't leave out Kamala Harris. She's another one. Kamala Harris, she's not an actual liberal. Her mother and father are Democrat socialists as well. They learned this stuff in college. She's coming from South Africa and all this stuff. I'm telling y'all, man, you go in their backgrounds, you're going to find something. That's why we dodged a major bullet. Had she would have won, we would have been in major trouble. She's another one, right? You have to know who these people are by name and what they look like. And there's many more of them. Democrat socialists. This is who the real fight is. This is who we're dealing with. We're not dealing with regular liberals. We are dealing with Democrat socialists. These are the ones, right? This is what direct lunacy said. 63% of Gen X hate capitalism because the baby boomers have destroyed the social contract. You're absolutely right. She's right. I'm glad because I meant to bring that up. The last group that had the wealth was the baby boomers. Baby boomers didn't share wealth down to Gen Xers like ourselves. We had to fend for ourselves and go for what we know, right? Because of their particular generation class. Why they set us up to fail, right? And not only that, they set up other ethnic groups to fail. But this is one of them, right? Set us up to fail. This is where we are. Our generation have very, very little wealth in Gen X. Millennial generation have nothing. Gen Z don't have nothing. Think about that, right? The bust truly happened under who? The particular baby boomers. They didn't share it. Like Omega used to always tell me, it's really misclassified as Generation Z. We are the baby bust. They were the baby boom, right? Because when the economy is good, you had a lot of babies. And that's what they were doing in their time. If you was born in what, 1941, 45, 46, that makes you a baby boomer. And up, right? Makes you a baby boomer. Yeah, they had the wealth. Look at what's going on, right? Yeah, so let me go ahead and get on out of here, man. You guys have been making some very good points and stuff. America's going under because of the orange buffoon. Darren, I've been seeing your posts for a little while today, man. Darren don't really want to have the conversation. He could be a bot or could be an agent. We don't know. So people that come in these rooms, they could be an agent. They're never Trumper. I'm probably going to say he's just a never Trumper because never Trumpers exist. Their job is not to agree, not to be, they just don't like him. You got never Trumpers out here, ladies and gentlemen, and we have to accept that and go on that, right? That's what they are. They don't really have too much of a threat because they don't have no policy. They're just coming in their emotions. This is why you get that F Trump and all the rest of this stuff, right? Because they don't have anything concrete. Stuff I've been sharing all day. That's why your guys rock with me. These other channels ain't hot like that. If we're talking common sense and logic, coming up with lies, trying to create my narrative, people with sense and logic is going to sniff that stuff out. You know what I'm saying? But you got people on the internet just love an echo chamber. You know what I'm saying? They just love an echo chamber. And this is why they fail. But we are the majority in America, right? We are the ones, ladies and gentlemen. We are out front. We're going to win the midterms. We're going to take 2028 because we are on them now. It ain't like we are on it, like we don't know who the Democrat socialists are. We know who a lot of them are, right? Direct Lumacy says, and caused all this crazy inflation. You're absolutely right. Tom Stick says, Trump, best president ever. You're absolutely right, though, Tom. Yep, I seen you posting too. I mean, to get on some of you guys, I'm kind of randomly and things. But yeah, you're absolutely right. She's right too. You guys are all right. You know what I'm saying? They caused this crazy, inflation, right? What caused it? Look at all these illegals. Man, they brought in between 15 to 25 million illegals in this country. And they were giving them the job, set them up. And who was the set-aside programs really designed for? Real Americans. Y'all remember they were giving those set-aside programs, setting them up in Ritz-Carlton and these luxurious hotels and stuff? Man, they were setting up illegals, man. And what was happening? This is why under Biden, it was up to 9% inflation. You know what I'm saying? You can't sustain anything this way, right? Let me go ahead and share this again here. Hold on for one moment. I'm going to share something else here. Just give me one moment here. Because I just wanted to be clear before I really, truly go here. Because this is the problem, once again, is coming from who? Right? Let me go ahead and pull this up here. Where is that? Where is my information here? Hold on for a minute. All right, let me see here, man. I thought I put that in here. Okay, hold on for a minute. I just wanted to share something real quick here. All right, let me just do search here for one moment. Okay, right, is this? All right. Show more. That's the photos there. All right, I'm just trying to find something here real quick. Hold on for one moment. Just want to share like another. But at any event, ladies and gentlemen, so what's really going on here is that Since they have allowed illegals in our country, this is what caused housing, right? We're talking about from rent and up to go up. Resources are being used up more. It wasn't designed to sustain 15 to 25 million illegals. It wasn't designed for that. It was only designed for American people. This is why Trump had to step up. He knew what was going on, and we see it. He knew it first before we did. They were stealing the resources, allocating the resources for illegals, right? Funding these socialist groups with Soros and them, pushing all this stuff, right? Get you to say that how these illegals and how they should be allowed to come over here, how they should be allowed to vote in our voting process, right? They're the ones that brainwash these people. And a lot of these people are young, because most of your revolutionists are what? They're young people. They're not older people. They're young people. They're all up in the universities and stuff. They've been speaking or preaching anti-government type stuff and Trump and all the rest of this stuff. And he's a fascist. He's bad for democracy. Even when they use the word democracy, we are a constitutional republic, not a democracy anymore. But they still believe, right? They still believe that they're going to have a democracy again. We don't want a democracy. We don't want mob rules. We want a real fair election, what the Constitution was designed to do. They are, and remember, they are anti-government constitution. They don't like it. They don't like the fact that American people can vote under the Constitution and vote in a president. This is the first president that we ever had where the American people voted for without someone being on the inside, without somebody being part of the establishment. We got an anti-establishment president. And this is the reason why you see the assassination attempts, right? You see the media, which is nothing more than propaganda, right? All that came about because Obama set it up. He, once again, all roads lead to Obama. Obama set all this up, because he knew he wasn't being as a president anymore, but he tried to safeguard with all these crooked and all these paid-for-ass judges and Supreme Court judges. We've been dealing with Obama judges, and we also been dealing with Biden judges. That's why they always first there trying to stop Trump. Bozeman and the Judge Bozeman and all these other clowns, because they were being selected and appointed to protect their industry, crooked syndicate. That's what they do. These are criminals protecting criminals. That's why we say all roads lead to Obama. He was the one that changed the Smith-Month Act. This is why we have propaganda up to wazoo. Trump gonna get around to fixing it. Once he get arrested them all out of there, he gonna change it back to where it was, where we'll get the regular news again. They would not be allowed to preach and put out propaganda no more. You see how dangerous it is. They set this up. They already had the Democrat socialist way in plan with Obama. This was all part of the plan. This ain't just happening now. This has been the plan. They were trying to push. This is like a 16-year-old plan that they've been pushing, right? Talking about Obama and his people. They've been pushing this stuff for a long time, right? Putting stuff into place, putting their key people into place, whether if it was education or the legal system, politics, you name it. It was a system that was designed to safeguard itself. So no matter what president get in there, we saw that when Trump got in there for the, was it 2016, 17? When he got sworn in 2017, look what ended up happening. They even put up a coup against Trump. All coming from Obama, coming from the left. This is why we in a situation now. I'll find that picture some other time. But this is exactly what it is. My detractors, all they can do, which is not worried about them, but they can just come in here and say stuff. They are children, ladies and gentlemen. And by the way, for those that are my detractors and so forth, when you thumb down something, it still helps my algorithm. So what you may be thinking hurting me, you are helping me. So continue, please. Continue with the thumb downs. It still helps the algorithm. continue speaking in this room, it still helps my algorithm. Either way, I still win, right? That's exactly what it is. Once again, this is what success looks like. When you have the right things to say, instead of pushing propaganda, hate speech, Trump derangement syndrome, right? Not here. I try to keep it as an open forum that they don't even want to talk as an open forum. They get in their feelings emotionally, easily hurt and upset. Does it look like they winning or does it look like they losing? We know that they ain't losing, they're lost. That's why they're just going to write off. And I appreciate that down thumb. I still see that. I'm glad about that too. Because again, you help my algorithm, right? You're not dealing with just some old, you want to think you're just dealing with a ninja? You're not. Obviously. Right? I appreciate the like. Thank you so much. I make it entertaining. We got the Democrat clown show on the half-hour thing. I try to make it funny too, as much as I can. We do some clowning. We have a good time in here for the most part of it. I don't have to come out here and physically want to threaten nobody. Why would you have to do that stuff, right? We're the ones we have the leverage and they don't, right? And I'm so happy being a part of history, making sure that we're going to get over these midterms and stuff. This is why I did it. I had a plan since last year. I said I was going to come out here and have my channel, right? And the reason was because I wanted to see, sorry about that. I wanted to see Trump and MAGA's, and American First win. And we are doing a hell of a job. It's channels like this that put out not propaganda, but real information. And more people come in here and are listening. My detractors are steady falling down by the wayside. Used to be where there was just a ton of them in here, but not so much now, right? But I appreciate you guys, man. I really do. Whoops, sorry about that. That's the wrong one. That's for my other thing here, That's something different. But I appreciate you guys, though, man. I really do.
Please like, comment, and subscribe, please.
I appreciate it. Thank you, guys, Mm-hmm.
Can we get to 100 likes?
I'm sure
Let's
we
go,
can.
MAGA.
Let's go, MAGA. We are doing an excellent job. And once again, we are. Not only that we're winning, we have won the midterms. All you guys got to do is get out there and vote. I'm still going to say it. We cannot take our foot off of the gas. We're going to keep my foot on these Dems' neck. I'm talking about these socialist ones. They're more of the threat right now. The Democrat socialists, I keep my foot on their neck, right? And I ain't going to never let up, right? That's what we got to do. Until we actually win the midterms, right? This is our goal. And I know you guys are going to show up, right? You guys are going to show up. We ain't got to worry about the redistricting. The redistricting actually helped us greatly. We ain't got to worry about these gerrymandering, black communities, unfair voting process, all this other stuff, Voter Act, all been taken care of, though. They are done, right? And it's a beautiful thing. Where's my applause at? Yeah, it's a beautiful thing, ladies and gentlemen. We have really been doing our thing, though. We really have, We really have. It's just so beautiful. And I appreciate you guys, man. Black Guy 9, Jason Beatrice, Direct Lunacy, We also have the legendary, Omega that been on my channel so many times. He's long overdue and things like that, And I'm gonna reach out to Omega, though, because we got the one guy on here, I think Santana Jones want to do something or whatever. So, you know what I'm saying? So Santana Jones, we're gonna get something going. And then the other guy that wear the cat ears with the headphones that look like a gamer, he's overweight, wear the glasses or whatever. In fact, I want to set it up with him. He's already dropped the email and stuff. So I think we're gonna be able to do that. We're gonna get the legendary Omega on here again. We're going to try this again, ladies and gentlemen, with the debate. So I'm going to reach out to Omega and things, because I know this guy here, let me see here. He talked about some things that was untrue. I went back and fact-checked him. Hold on for a minute. I'm just going to give you guys just a little bit. I went back and fact-checked him, let me see here. Where, hold on for a minute. I took some screenshots of what he was saying. Did I screenshot that? I know I have it. Wait a moment. Ooh, boy. I'm just trying to look here, ladies and gentlemen. I know darn well. Hold on for a minute. All right, let's look at this again. Okay, I knew I had it. Okay, because he said some things. Okay, I got him right here. Okay. All right, now I found the glasses before I go. So there's some things though. He said he want to have a debate on, and I'm gonna share this with Omega, the legend. You know, he said that number one. He said, let me see. This is Jovan Bradley. Some of you guys know this guy. He said that the Iran war was unjust. He said, number two, trans men and women are men and women. Number three, gender affirming care for minors. Number four, capitalism is failing. Number five, MAGA is uneducated. And number six, systematic racism, white privilege is real. So these are the things that he wants to debate on. So therefore, I'm going to make sure I send it over there to Omega and things like that. And I think it's going to be real cool. You know what I'm saying? So when this goes down, ladies and gentlemen, yeah, you're more welcome to check it out and stuff. And we'll go from there, though, you know. And hopefully one day we can do the Santana Jones one day, too, you know. Some of these other guys, you know. But I want to do it where we're not calling up his show. It's going to be mano y mano. That's the only way I do it. He got his show and his people. I got mine and mine. That's the only way we're going to do it. We're not doing all that other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Mike says, Trump, Trump, Trump. I love it. You are allowed to spam with the American flag. It's all good or Trump. It's a beautiful thing. You are allowed to do that here. Direct Lunacy says, be careful. You need to know your enemy or you might get seriously trouble. And Antichrist is very different from communists, and a liberal is, what's that? Freakless. Fakeless coward. But a communist will hurt you. You know what? The only person I believe in that's going to protect me is the Almighty. You know, I fear no man or no one, you know. That's the thing about it, though. So, you know, in fact, they're the ones that should be fear for people like us. Because as we're saying, we have the leverage and they don't. You know, that's the main thing, you know. And another thing I always keep, one thing about it, though, Direct Lunacy, me and Mega and a few others, though, and a lot of these other guys I know that's ex-military, we are, you know, we always carry our American Express, if you catch my drift. You never leave home without it, you know what I'm saying? Like Biggie said, if I go, you go, you know what I'm saying? Yep, let the gun smoke go, you know, because that's the thing, that's how I got to be. You know what I'm saying? That's exactly how it be, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, but I get you, and I appreciate your concern. You know, I really do. You know, that's the thing about it. We didn't get this far to kowtow because of what they're trying to do. You know what I'm saying? We have the leverage, and we're going to go ahead and get these, Democrat socialist, you know what I'm saying? These anarchists, right? We're going to get them out of here, man. You know? Patriot Americans for Trump, Tom, I love it. That's exactly what it is. Capitalism, Blue got down here, capitalism leads to fascism. You know, what really leads to fascism is people like the Democratic socialist. That's what leads to not capitalism but communism and Marxism. You know what I'm saying? I understand what what Blue trying to come with, but this problem is bigger. Like I said, capitalism and it's not 100% perfect either. But once again, it ain't about being perfect. Perfect is about what's winning. What makes America America is what's winning. The other stuff is not winning. So there that is. Follow me. Let me see here. I want to talk to you. Direct Lunacy, yeah. Direct Lunacy. I'm gonna have to drop Direct Lunacy, I'm going to have to drop the link down one of these days if you up to it. I'm going to have to get your email address and stuff too. Because, you know what I'm saying? I know, I was wanting a woman. I wanted a female that wasn't afraid to come up here. You know what I'm saying? And, let me see. How can I do it? Can you, let me see here. Hold on for a minute, Direct Lunacy. Let me see what I can do here. Hold on for a minute. I'm going to copy your avatar. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to copy your avatar here. I'm going to put it in my things, and I'm going to reach out to you, and I'm going to hit you up. That's what I'm going to do. Yeah, that's what I do. You ain't got to put your email here in the room. But, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do that here because I've been wanting a woman too, so we can have some type of balance here. Oh yeah, that's Boma. Oh yeah, that's Boma. That's the I can see that you used to watch Dragon, not Boma. What's the other one? Not Boma, but the other character they used to, they were like kind of the enemies of Goku, and them was a woman. Jason, man, I appreciate it. Jason Beatrice, man, with the super chat. Oh my goodness, boy. Once again, Jason Beatrice, hold on for a minute. You didn't think I was going to forget, did you? Hold on for a minute. Where my thing at? Boy, Jason. Boy, that's what Jason right there, boy. Jason threw some change down on the floor, and you guys are welcome to throw some change on the floor, too. You ain't got to, but if you want to, I am not going to stop you. You know what I'm saying? I'll tell you, man. That's Jason Beatrice. He always comes to. He's a member of mine, too, man. That's what's up. Yeah, moderator. Made him a moderator recently. Congratulations on that, though, you know. Boy, I tell you, man. Yep, man, I tell you. But I appreciate you, man. Yep, got a little bit of a cash app right there and things like that. Holler at your boy. There's my thing at here. Hold on for a minute. Okay, nope, not that one. Man. It should come back. Oh, yeah, there it is. There you go. I had to look for my sound bite. I'm going to post that up, too, again. That's coming from Jason Beatrice, man. I appreciate it, man. That's what's up. We got here, Shifter says, MAGA, baby, USA first. In God we trust. Boy, the trumpet of God. Boy, I tell you, the trumpet of God, boy. I wish I got to get a trumpet sound, man. I got to get that, man. I need a trumpet sound. You make a good point, Shifter. I got to get a trumpet sound, man. I will get a trumpet sound next time. Builder, oh yeah, Tom Reed, previous comment. Got my other mod in here, man. Oh man, I ain't seen you in a while. That's what's up. I like to troll. So do I, though. Direct Lunacy. So do I. I love to troll, you know. Let me go, and you know what I'm going to do this? I'm going to copy this text. That's what I'm going to do. Post it right up in here next to you so I won't forget. There we go. Put that right in here. There we go. I got that now. Now I got you saved in here. You're going to end up being a moderator next time you come in this room. You know that, don't you? Yep. Let me see here. Boy, I tell you. Blue, this guy's like 100 likes. Pitiful. What you mean pitiful? You just reminded them what to do. I appreciate it, though.
Can we get to 100 likes? Let's go, MAGA.
Let's go, MAGA. You know what I'm saying? Oh, my goodness. You know what I'm saying? That is what's up, man. We can do it. You know, Blue says, you're a bootlicker. You know, you was a bootlicker. This is what Blue said. I guess it's to me. I'm a bootlicker. I'm a bootlicker. I'm a bootlicker. Let me say that one song. Hold on. Ain't it fun? Right? How it go? Ain't it fun? When you're out here, when you're doing little things to get what you want, but it's easy to ignore trouble. When you're living in the bubble, Democrats. So what you gonna do when the world don't open up by you? Dun 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 dun. Ain't it fun? Ain't it fun? Yeah, now you're one of us. Ain't it fun? Ain't it fun? Ain't it fun? Oh, man, ain't that something? Oh, my goodness, boy. I appreciate y'all, man. I really do, man. And I appreciate that coin on the floor too, Jason Beatrice, man. I picked it up off the floor. And anybody else that want to throw something on the floor, you know you're more welcome to do so. You know what I'm saying? You're more welcome to do so. You ain't got to, but I understand. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate it, boy. It's just a coin on the floor. I pick it up. I pick up coins off the floor, you know. I sure do. Ain't no shame in it. Ain't no shame in the game. Boy, I tell you. Man, y'all been great, though, man. Hold on. Diane says, you don't know me. I'm very educated. Thank you very much. I see right this whole corrupt regime. I also have a master's degree in philosophy. Psychology. I'm sorry. In psychology. Yep, there we go. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Diane, that is what's up, boy. And that is coming from Diane. Because I hang around educated people. I don't have a college degree, but I do my best, you know. But I love educated people, man. Look at that. Got a master's degree, boy. That's a 6-year program right there, if I'm correct. You know what I'm saying? But I appreciate you, though, Diane. Boy, I appreciate you, too, Direct. I don't know, where's my thing? Y'all know how I do with women, you know. That's always for the ladies, of course, you know. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, you know what? And that means a lot, though. Diane says, I'm a re-roll for saying the truth that Trumpers don't want to hear. You say, I am re-roll. Okay. You say what Trumpers don't want. Tell me what Trumpers don't want. I'm just curious before I go. You more welcome to, say what's on your mind. We got Brian Reedy. Oh, my goodness, Brian. Did you throw some change on the floor for me? I appreciate it. Man, he threw some change on the floor. I'm going to pick that change up, man. I don't waste no money, man. I appreciate it, though, Brian Reedy. I do. I really do, man, you know. Yep, he says, keep it. Clowning, clowning those clowns. You right about that, though, Brian Reedy. I remember you in here before, man. Boy, look at that. You're always more welcome to come back in here. What we do best. We tell the truth and we clown the Democrat clown show or the Democrat fraud squad. That's what we do. If you want to know, go to the leftists yourself. Listen to them and don't say, I've been in there, though. You're right. I go to the left. In fact, I go more on the left than I do on the right. I'll always like to hear what they're saying. In their delusion and all, though, Direct Lunacy. In their delusion and all. Boy, I like what you're saying here. Not you again. Says MAGA, right? Making America healthy again forever. Boy, look at that, boy. That's what's up. Brian Reddy says, my pleasure, Bill. I appreciate it, man. I really do. I appreciate with that, though. I want to get, you and Jason Beatrice, man, you guys, I got to go ahead and give you more, go ahead and put you back up there again. You know how I do. You know, every time there's a super chat that goes in, it gets first presidents. You guys do, too, but you know what I'm saying, though. There it is. And I want to put up Jason, too, again. Boy, that's what I'm saying. I ain't ashamed to pick up some change off that floor now, you know. Boy, I tell you. But it's been a good one, though, man. I try to keep it fun and things. And we talk about the Democrat clown show. Hold on for a minute. And things. We also, yep. I like it. I love it. I appreciate you guys, man, very, very much, man. And anybody else, man, whether you do super chat or not, it's all welcome, man. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man. Yeah, Jason Breacher says, dumbcrats. Yeah, I got some other choice words for him, too. You right about that. But, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, man, it says, let me see. You said Obama, king, not you again. Oh, you saying Obama is king? You got down there the monkey and the king, the monkey king. I get it. The Monkey King, yeah, because I know in Chinese folklore, they do believe in that type of thing called a Monkey King, you know? Yep. Song Ko, I think it is in Mandarin. Song Ko means Monkey King, right? Oh, my goodness, you know? Yep. I didn't do all those private Mandarin lessons for nothing, did I? Mm-hmm. Let me see here. Chuck Mays, 2294 says, Democrats, 100%. Right? He got down there 3 times. That's 300% Democrat demons. You right about that. And we know what we say about the Democrat demons, don't we? We say that.
The devil is a Democrat.
I know, right? Thank you, Tony. I appreciate you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Yep, the devil is a Democrat, you know. Obama cash for clunkers. Clunkers, LOL. Yep, we shall see. Yep, we shall see, Tom. Yep, thanks. Okay, that was great, everyone. Yeah, I appreciate you, Direct Lunacy. We're going to get you on here. We're going to get a few of you guys up here where you actually get on the microphone and say some things or whatever and things. So I got to get Omega back up here as well, too. But you know what? You guys all know what you're talking about, Jason Beatrice. Only if you want to. You know what I'm saying? But I know Direct Lunacy don't have any problems getting on here, man, at all. But not for you again and all the rest of it. And I see a lot of you having some great time here. It's all good. Whether you agree or disagree, you know what I'm saying? But we're looking really, really good. We are looking good. We're out in front. And I appreciate you guys, man. You guys have always made it fun for me. You know what I'm saying? I remember in the early days, I was over here struggling, doing my thing. That's my time to go, man. She keep calling me, a friend of mine. But other than that, though, man, you guys have been great. You know what I'm saying? I always appreciate you guys from the bottom of my heart, man. This has been good, man. We're all in this together, believe it or not, you know, because we got a war to win politically to save this country, to save the republic, man. We have to save the republic. And that means we calling out all hands on deck, right? Direct Lunacy says the devil is a lie. Democrat equals lies. You're absolutely right. Got to post that again. We got the Obama, the Monkey King thing going on. I saw that monkey finally. Yeah, good thing I was wearing my glasses. Obama is a man eater. I like it. I love it. I love it. You know what I'm saying? I love it. Brian Needy says 101 likes. Oh, yeah. I appreciate it, though, too, man. Brian Needy, I'm going to make you a mod, too, man. I'm going to make you guys mods over here. Direct. I mean, you guys are going to make mods, though, man. I'm going to hook you up. You got it. When you come back in the room, I'm going to make it easy. That'll make it easier for me. I can search, but, you know, you guys, yeah. Like it is, though, you know, we got to, we got a lot of work. We still got a lot of work to do. We all got to be at those polls and make sure that these Democrat socialists is out of power because they are worse than Nancy Pelosi and them. It's like what Direct Lunacy said. And MAGA is all the way. Dr. Stephen Creator said, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Wait, somebody got down here about Trump is a demon. You know, he just misinformed. He don't know any better. Tom says, America stands with Trump. You're absolutely right, Tom. This is exactly where we are, man. Yeah. Misinformation not tolerated. This is what Jason Beatrice says, you know. We want people to be on the right page, man. That's misinfo. You know, we going to, see right here, they're going to bust it out. Oh, we got the Marilyn Monroe. I love this avatar here. We got the Marilyn Monroe, boy. Norma Jean. Goodbye, Norma Jean. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Remember that one? Yeah, you know, Elton John, you know, I love that song, boy. Yep, giving tribute to a queen. Oh, yeah, Florida Blondie. Boy, look at you, boy. Got that. Yeah, you look like a lot like Marilyn Monroe, and I love it. Yeah, boy, let me put it up there again. She says, amen. You know what I'm saying? There you go. Yep. Norma Jean. Yep. Yeah, you know that song, don't you? Goodbye, Norma Jean. I just wish it wasn't so sad. But Elton John made it. He gave a tribute, though, to it, man. Boy, I tell you, Marilyn Monroe, boy, that was a bombshell. Voluptuous, you know what I'm saying, and feminine and all that, you know. I want to be loved by you. You know how she be doing all that. You know, boy, I tell you. Direct Lunacy said, yeah, better believe me. I spent time with them for 2 years. Oh, yeah, you talking about on the left? Yeah, I appreciate it, though. You know, it's always an honor to see people that have shift sides, though. Because Direct Lunacy, I remember you before. You used to come in my room before. And I remember, I didn't know if you was really for Trump or was against Trump. It's been a while, but I've seen you in here before. Because I recognize the avatar. Because I'm a big Dragon Ball Z fan, so I know exactly when I see that. At first, I thought it was Bulma, but it's not Bulma. It's another character that ran with, they were like the villains, sort of. against Goku. You know what I'm saying? When he was a little boy with the little monkey thing. I used to watch the Angry Dre. No shame in my game. You know, ain't no shame in my game, you know. Yeah, vote in person. Tom's is right. Because the American Save Act is going in effect. MAGA is coming in November. Yep, I love it. Yeah, you guys are making a lot of sense. Chuck May says, if we don't watch the Democrats, they would cheat at all polls, though. This is why the American Save Act, John Thune is holding us up. And this is why the Thune the buffoon, man, because either way, that or Trump is just going to have to sign an executive order. But it will happen. No need to worry, ladies and gentlemen. The American Saved Act is going to effect, man. We will have voter integrity returned back in this country and things like that. So this is why they come in here all hot and bothered and mad, like mad neck beard. He don't have anything other than saying, fuck Trump. That's all he have. He don't have anything else. You know, don't have anything else. You are a loser. And you already know they have lost the midterms because of these Democrat socialists they have allowed in their party. And that's what destroyed the Democrats. You know what I'm saying? What is this? Tammy says, don't say I stand with Trump. I never been against anyone in my life as much as that asswipe. He is such a I don't want to say the West FY. That's what she's trying to say. She got the actual eggplants and stuff. Hey, Tammy, is that what you've been using and things in there in your spare time? Because you seem to be really comfortable with them eggplants and cucumbers, man, right? I had to get her. I had to get you, though, you know. I don't mind what you're saying about that, but you know that you don't have any leverage in regards to saving America, right? You don't have any leverage. Look at not you again saying Trump 2028. We're already set up. We're far ahead for 2028. Boy, and here's the thing about it. Yeah, you're right, Tom. Trump can't run again, but they have already cited and already has put it towards the grand jury about the 2008 election that was stolen from Trump. This is more of a thing. This ain't just make up stuff. So let me ask you this, Tom. What you think is going to happen since the 2020 election that was stolen for Trump? Where does that put Trump at this point? Since the election was taken from him, it was stolen from Trump, right? It was stolen from it. This opens up things in another whole way, right? He has to probably, in this case, Trump can probably decide if he want to run again or maybe someone else. We don't know yet. But, I mean, I hear you, though. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Because, again, they are citing that because of what Obama, Clapper, Comey, and all the rest of them, right? Susan Rice, Hillary Clinton. Joe Biden was in that room. Maybe he was asleep or not. I don't know. There was others in that room. McCabe, right? They were in that room. They all got together and basically come up with a plan to oust a duly elected president, right? Which is Donald J. Trump, right? Because they could not, Obama could not stand the fact that all these people in America voted for Trump. And that's what he was surprised. Remember he said it when Trump was sitting in the audience and Obama was up on stage. Obama, I can't see Donald Trump ever being the president. Trump was pissed. Now look at karma already, right? These people came for Trump. Electoral college vote decided. Him and Hillary, remember? He beat Hillary under the electoral college vote, right? The electoral college. That's why the Dems want to nuke it. If they ever get in power, they're going to believe you and me, right? I'm talking about these radical Democrat socialists. They're going to destroy it. They're going to take out the filibuster. They're going to also destroy, you already know, they're going to get rid of the electoral college. They're going to get rid of all that. And this is just going to be open season. Just saying. Mm-hmm. But yeah, you guys are great. You know what I'm saying? Have a great night, Tom. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you, Direct Lunacy. Drop your email. I'm going to have to reach out to you somewhere. Oh, yeah, my email address is listed on my page. Send me an email. It's there. And for the rest of you, you want to come up on the show or whatever, that's cool. Send me, my email is right there on my channel and things. So there that is, you know. I need to go ahead and copy and paste it and put it down here, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, you guys can go on my page. So, yeah, please do that. Go on my page. Some random guy. My email is there. But I appreciate you guys very much so. You guys have really, really came through, showed up. These neocons aren't your friend either. They want us to have war all the time. You're absolutely right. Those will be the rhinos, neocons. You're talking about people like the Bushes and all of them, right? These are people that were for war, right? And so forth, right? War hawks, warmongers, right? Goes back with Dick Cheney, Liv Cheney, all the rest of them, you know what I'm saying? This is exactly what it is, you know? Trump is very unique politician. That's why everyone hates him. He is, because he's outside establishment. He speaks his own mind. He's not scripted. Trump have never answered to the beat of other people. He's always used to being in charge. This is how people of his caliber operates. Rest of these people, they know how to play the game. And he's a pretty good actor too. Remember Apprentice? I didn't care for the one with Arnold, man. Arnold, he ain't never had no business, just been an actor. But I really liked, when I watched the show with The Apprentice, the first one, Trump was killing it. You know what I'm saying? He had a lot of people viewing and checking out. He had his, it was a very good show. I loved it. Yeah, remember Kwame? You know what I'm saying? I didn't care for, what's her name? I didn't care for her very much. Daniel says liars and thieves on the both sides, so, you know. And I have to agree to a point. We're talking about rhinos is who he's referring to. These are the people who pose and act like they love America, and they act like they are for, the Republicans. These are rhinos, Republican in name only, right? These are the ones, and that's who he's referring to. Because remember, Trump is outside establishment. This is the ones that they want to try to assassinate him, go after him, try to bankrupt him, impeach him. You don't do this when people are on the inside. Obama and all these other presidents are on the inside. You don't go after. Those people are protected. Obama had way better security than Trump did. People were compromised under Trump as Secret Servicemen, not with Obama. Oh, no. Obama was well covered down. That's a fact. Shoot. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He said, Harry, remember how Dr. Fauci got that virus from over in China and affected our country? Yeah, I remember when that happened, though, too. This is all the plan. Just like they try to. Don't y'all find it very, very interesting? And it happened to be another coincidence. We get to midterms. Here come another virus, the Hunter virus, right? All this other stuff. It is too routine. And they're more prepared for it because we actually have a real CDC that is not colluding with who? What's that? The World Health Organization, right? It's a beautiful thing. And then we got that covered. Ivermectin or hydrochloroquine, you know, either one will work. And I always keep some ivermectin on me just in case. You know what I'm saying? Sure do. All right, I got to get out of here, ladies and gentlemen. It's a beautiful thing, man. Donald lets rhinos run the show. You know what? It appears that way, Paul, because, that's the thing about it. I know what you're saying about that, because I know in 2016, 17, and he really had to find out who these people were and are. And I think right now he's still going along with John Thune right now. You know what I'm saying? Because Trump always give you a chance before he just goes in. You know, he always does. Just like he gave Iran many chances. But they just failed to concede. Not really, because we know that these people from the deep state and parasitical elite class that actually controls Iran. Peace to you as well, too, Jason. I appreciate you, man. Brian, too. All the rest of you that's coming in, man. Oh, man. So many people. Direct Lunacy, boy. Florida Blondie. I hope you come back. Hope you sub my show, Florida Blondie. I always like it when women come on the show. Let me do something for the ladies. Yep, try to mix it up. We need more women on the show, man. Come on. Tell your friends. Share this, you know. I got to get out of here, man. I got to get to work. But God bless you all, man. And I'll see you guys tomorrow on another, another informative, already know. Some random guy speaks, man. Well, we try to crush it every time. I try to do my best. But you guys have did a beautiful job today. And, yeah, it's been cool. We are winning. They're losing. And this is just how it is. I got to go ahead on and play the Star Spangled Banner. Who else do you know? Nobody on the left ever played the Star Spangled Banner. Have you ever noticed that? They hate the Constitution. They hate America, right? I know, right? Yeah, Brandon Reedy says, we appreciate you, Tony. I appreciate you as well, too. You, Jason, you know what I'm saying? All of y'all in here, man. Tom, there's so many people in here. I appreciate it, though. You guys, like I said, like-minded people, we have to stick together, man. It's only one America, and that is the United States of America. Later. You guys take care. I am out, and I appreciate you guys all. I really do. Yeah, let me go ahead on and get up on out of here. I'm going to go ahead and put this, because you know how I do. I got to end it with the Star Spangled Banner, so we're going to go ahead and move this out the way to Star Spangled Banner. Let's see here. Let's go ahead and put that back up here. Oops. All right, hold on for a minute. Let's go ahead and move that out the way. We're going to go ahead and play the Star Spangled Banner. All right, there we go right there. Star Spangled Banner. I got to put that back up here. Yeah, got her picture up there because I got her saved for later, though, Direct Lunacy, I got you saved for later on. Yeah, I definitely recognize that anime character for real. All right, guys, I just got to do one more thing here. Let me go ahead and put up the American flag, because I can't just show the Star Spangled Banner without showing the American flag. So we're going to play tribute to America. It's the greatest country on earth, man. We got an excellent mascot as well. It's a beautiful thing. All right, guys, so I'm going to go ahead and do this here, put this up here. Boy, saving America, man. Trump and the Patriots, man. You guys have played your part. And we're going to end with the Star Spangled Banner. This is sung by Ashley LaRue. And this was at a pickleball tournament, man. Copyright free. That's why I can use it. But I appreciate it, though, Ashley, and I appreciate you guys as well, man. Where's my last horn at, man? There we go. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I really, really do. Here we go. And I'll see y'all next time. Thank you for the likes and comments and subscribing. Thank you so much.
Oh, say, can you see